This version of It's Eric Nagel has been modified from its original broadcast. Content has been edited to fit this platform.
Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see.
Are you ready? I said, are you ready?
It's Eric Nagel. And it starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the universe, the next voice you hear, it's Eric Nagel.
Thank you, Scott Shannon. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the program. I'm Eric Nagel. Joining me always is Jordan.
Hi, everybody.
Skanking out like a mofo, as the kids tend to do nowadays.
They do. They do.
I got to figure out how this works because we're only supposed to give them one show a week. But you know what? If you're on the iHeart app, perhaps you could put us in the number one position on the presets. It means something to somebody. But to us, the more important things, if you're on Apple and Spotify, any of those places, please go over there, do us a kindness, leave us a positive review. It does help out the program. You can join us live each and every week as we do this show on our Twitch and YouTube rooms. Like and subscribe there because sometimes you get pop-up shows like this.
Yeah,
we're actually obligated to give them jack shit this time around, so we don't have to be that polite.
We don't want to be around our children. Let's do another show.
No, we're sitting around. It's like, I am really bored. I have nothing. No, that is not true. It's like we had too much shit to get to that we have not done in the last few weeks. Let's just do another show. But yeah, subscribe over at if you to join Hangout, whatever. Twitch and YouTube are the rooms. But the YouTube channel, if you can go and get yourself a membership, you get access to our archives for this show. We're adding more of the archives for Would You Kindly. Bonus material here and there. We got the latest one up there right now, which is Todd Pettengill, part 4 of our Jocktober supplemental series, where we got his original recordings, his music. He put out CDs.
Oh, good.
Well, I'll walk that back. He had CDs pressed.
I was going to say.
I don't think they ever were in stores. I don't think they were sold anywhere. But we have them, and we played some of them, and we're joined by Carl from WATP, Christian from WATB and the Bladtcast, and our pal Dave Brody of Elvis Duran Notoriety, and of course his popular podcast, The Brooklyn Boys, that him and Scary do. And yeah, go check this out. Members got early access to it, and it is now available to everybody on the channel because it's just too universal a piece of content that we can just keep behind the paywalls. Like, everyone needs to hear this and hate him as much as we all do.
His music will probably get heard a lot more now than it ever has when it first released on CD.
I fully agree. So go and check that out, and tell us what you think in the comments there. And I think that's everything else, right? And then, yeah, the YouTube there for all the fun stuff. Yep, we are here. We are queer. We don't want any more bears.
No bears.
Used to it. This show's a little different. We're not doing segment 2, just all segment 1 stuff. We had a lot of stuff going on the last several weeks. Between this past week, our pal Justin Stengel came by. We talked a lot about television, the industry, him writing for The Tick, which is always a fun footnote.
Well, and it's funny when he talked about briefly, he helped write the episode of where they did the superhero exchange. And I remember that was season 3. And that was one of my favorite episodes because he went to Antwerp, Belgium. And I'm half Belgian, lived in Belgium. So it was like, that episode spoke to me. And yeah, I know. But yeah, I love that episode. And I love talking to him because I love the behind the scenes stuff. I'm like I said on the show, I'm always interested in the inner workings of the entertainment industry and what goes on and how things are done. And, you see the finished product, but sometimes I like to see how the sausage is made, as it were. So it was a good time talking to him.
There's no reason to say that other than somebody said it recently and now it's been stuck in my head.
I said it to you like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's been in my head. I got to pull the drop and put it in there. Yeah, so we had Justin on a couple of weeks ago. We had our pal Murr from Impractical Jokers was on. Yep. And we just had a lot of other stuff. The moon.
We conquered the moon.
I was going to say landing, but I'm like, wait, it wasn't a landing. It was a mission. We have that. Coachella was a big thing. It's still going on. We got to talk about Coachella a bit. We should.
Did you say Coachella or Coachello? Because Coachello sounds like a delicious musical dessert, and Coachella is what happened in.
I'm going to call it Coachello from now on.
Sounds great. Okay,
yeah,
just
we'll call it Coachello. Or if you're from Long Island, Coachella, where they pronounce everything with an ER. Yeah, so we had a lot of other stuff going on, and we had so much good shit here that we didn't have a chance to do it. And it's like, let's just do another show and get to all the stuff that we did not get to. I do want to thank everybody who does subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're almost at 6,600 people. So
love it.
Every little bit helps. Every little bit counts. We appreciate your patronage. And if you have
tell your enemies
room here, hit like 1 on this video, and go hit subscribe on the YouTube channel so you can find out when we're live, other cool content to come. I want to talk on, but we got space stuff to talk about. I know it was a week or so ago, but there was a lot to catch up on. We'll have that. Some notes about Coachella going on right now. WrestleMania is going on right now this week.
Who would know?
Well, you would know if you follow Danhausen, because he seems to be the one getting all the attention everywhere. Major League Baseball's is going crazy with him, saying that he's trying to lift the curse of the Mets. And if he did, he would get a blimp. Well, the Mets didn't win against the Dodgers. They didn't win the rest of the week, but the WWE still came through and got him a blimp. So Blimphausen is in full effect at the Vegas Stadium. I forgot what it's called. Who cares what the name is? But it's that big stadium out in Vegas.
Allegiant.
And Blimphausens are flying around. I believe they have cameras on them too. So they're just flying around the crowd before the show starts. I
gotta say, every time I open up my TikTok,
40 minutes ago. Okay. Yeah.
Every time I open up my TikTok, there's a big quick, how they put ads in front of you actually getting to open it. It stops you from going in a second. It's all been WrestleMania, and I have not seen a push like this for WrestleMania on TikTok ever. So I do feel like they're very desperate to get eyes on this event. Like there's just no run for this.
Yeah, so. It's a difficult time for them. Go ahead.
I was going to say, do you think it's partly because they've decided to lock it behind a paywall that no one wants to actually pay for, and then the Saudi Arabia stuff, like in a combination of the two?
Yeah, that's 1 and 2.
They have the talent for this kind of stuff. They're not
1 and 2 for that. The third part, they have the talent, but I don't think anything's really standing out at the moment. And it's not negating the performers that are on the card for Saturday and Sunday nights. There's some matches I'm like, I want to see the Brock Lesnar match because it's him versus that. I forgot what his last name is, but Oba, and it's just 2 giant
men,
specimens of men. It's like they're just going to hurt each other and cause destruction. So I'm
just watching 2 sides of beef hit each other for an hour. Do you think? I think part of it also is they had such a good run last year with John Cena retiring and stretching that out through the entire year. They had.
You saw how quickly they brought him back to host the WrestleMania for both nights. They only announced him, I think, a week ago that he was coming back to host. Ticket sales have not been good. We saw last week. No, it was Monday. It was Monday Night Raw where Pat McAfee was like, I'm helping the audience out. For a limited time here right now, all WrestleMania tickets 25% off. You're a week out from WrestleMania. There shouldn't be tickets available at the box office. Right. 2, if there were, they shouldn't be doing promotions for 25% off the week leading into WrestleMania. The week leading into WrestleMania is when television, like local news, local radio, national radio are doing giveaways, packages, hotel travel, tickets to WrestleMania and the Raw after. That's the week you pushing all this stuff. They're in town for the week. They're out there doing promotions and appearances, giving away passes. That's where that's how the tickets should be going out. Not, hey, we still have plenty of tickets for sale. And they're doing the same thing Live Nation is. The heads of TKO were saying it's like, well, you know what? The problem with when Vince was running everything is like he was underselling everything because Vince was trying to keep it affordable for families.
He made it too cheap
to come it in. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like there's so much room to expand here to raise the money, for these tickets. It's like it was drastically undersold. You don't say that publicly to your audience that it's drastically undersold because you know who else said that? Live Nation. That CEO has been saying that for a long time. He said concerts were drastically, grossly underpriced for so long. And there's so much room to expand and so much room to grow in this thing. And he's like, we still have room to go with raising prices with where they're at. The public, look, I know people still go to concerts. All you dipshits still go to Coachella and Burning Man. Well, Burning Man's not a Live Nation thing, but bigger festivals, EDM, Electric Daisy, those kind of things, big country festivals that are going to happen over the summer. People go to concerts. They like seeing live music. I understand that. But for the cost and everything else, they're no better than what WWE is doing now. They're no better what the NFL's been doing for the longest time, what baseball's now doing, what basketball is hoping to achieve for what football and baseball do. Just don't go anywhere. I mean, I don't. That's me. And it's not that I want to be a homebody. It's not that I don't want to participate in these things. I'm leading by example. Not that it matters. I'm not saying follow me. I'm not that dumb. But I don't go to those things. On principle, it's like, I would love to go see some of these shows. I am not spending hundreds to thousands of dollars to go see nonsense.
Well, and I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but I have been on the record constantly saying, don't go to concerts. Live music sucks. Don't go. And certainly don't buy more concert tickets between the Thursday show and the Saturday show.
Right. And what did you do last night, by the way?
I didn't do anything. I was home.
Really? I was trying to get in touch with you. I was like, oh, maybe Jordan would be around. Perhaps he'd want to go and hop on Fortnite or something.
No, what happened is that you had accidentally texted me something about getting onto a different gaming, and then you said, no, not for you. And that was it. I was home all night. I think I went to go drop my kid off somewhere, and I was home.
Were you not at a concert last night?
Wednesday, and then I'm going to a concert tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow. All right.
It's tomorrow, yeah.
I thought it was last night that you.
No.
That's why I didn't follow up
on Friday.
Yeah, I was playing a game that you don't play anymore, so it didn't matter. I sent him the wrong text. I was like, "Hey, anybody available to play this other game?" He's like, "You don't ask me." I said, "You haven't played this game in like a year and a half. You gave up on it."
I was like, "I just like to be asked."
No, I thought you were at a.
You don't give me the option to turn you down, Eric.
But you're going tomorrow, so
yeah, I'm going
fun
tomorrow
with that.
To another concert that I added last second.
Well, that's
fun.
all on you. But WrestleMania is going on this weekend. We'll see how it all goes. I watched the Hall of Fame last night, late last night, while I was playing and editing and all this other stuff here. I had it on the third monitor over there. Mm-hmm. Thanks to the magic of a VPN and connecting to London, they had it live streaming for free on YouTube. Except if you were in the United States and Canada, you couldn't watch it on YouTube. But as soon as you patch over to London, hey, there it is. I watched the whole thing right off of YouTube, and I'll be doing the same later for WrestleMania on Netflix for both days because I don't give a shit. It's not illegal what I'm doing. It's perfectly fine. I'm not paying for $30 on top of the ESPN package that comes with my Disney thing. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And I think because how desperate they have been for pushing tickets, I think a lot of other people said, I don't care. I'm going to miss these pay-per-views. I'll find some other way to watch this stuff. I am not paying that money for ESPN.
Yeah, I really want to know what they're losing money wise on this, like just overall, like they did. I think ever since they switched, and they started this new year with all this new stuff, we saw. I think what did they do? WrestlePalooza. What was that? Was that WrestlePalooza?
Yeah, that was the one in Indianapolis. Yeah,
right. That was a huge failure. No one cared about that, and then it's it's been downhill ever since. It's just weird. Like there has been no care for any of these. What are they? PVEs or
PLEs, paid live
paid
events.
live events. So it's just I don't know, it's kind of weird.
I do enjoy them. I just don't like when they were on Peacock. They were fantastic. I didn't mind watching it.
Fun.
That ESPN Plus thing is never going to get a dime out of me,
not from me
for this. And if everything moved over there, I still would not watch it.
No.
And we found out too they picked up the WWE deal for ESPN when UFC didn't re-sign with ESPN and took more money from Paramount. I saw a clip online. I don't know if it was like the Global Economist thing or something, but there was some financial TED Talk style presentation where they were talking about the Paramount Skydance takeover and then now the potential merger with Warner Brothers. And one of the things on the roster was brought up was the UFC. And the analysts were saying how they will never recoup the money for the UFC with the Paramount deal ever. And I forgot how many years they signed it for. And they said people only really, the deal they had with Netflix was they only cared about the numbered events, which is just, the pay-per-views. They didn't want the side shows, the UFC fighter shows, any of that other stuff. They didn't want it. They just wanted the live fights. That was it. What does that say about your product? If like for WWE, whoever makes the deals for WWE wants access to Raw and SmackDown, the documentaries, the packages, all of that stuff. But to say is like, oh, we only want the pay-per-views, which is what ESPN essentially is doing. It's just ESPN plus pay-per-views and nothing else. There's nothing else on there throughout the month. So once a month you get pay-per-views from WWE and nothing else. And that's worth $30 a month for that thing. I had somebody also tell me too, it's like, well, remember back the old pay-per-views with cable, those things would be, anywhere from $30 to $50, depending on what it is. Right. But nowadays it's not worth the money when there's so many other ways to get the content.
Well, the thing is that those events were spaced out. If I wanted to spend $30 to $50 in January, and then I maybe wanted to get one in June, I could. I'm only spending, in theory, $60 over the next 6 months instead of $30 per month in the hopes that they put out a quality product that I want to watch and see. I don't know what else is on that ESPN product other than those kinds of things to get me to say it's worth it as a monthly charge to have access to this stuff, because there's just no reason for it. I don't care. I can't imagine sitting there and watching baseball games from 1985. Highlights maybe, but why would there are just no sporting events worth going back to. I don't even like watching a football game from Sunday that someone TiVo'd or something. You know what I mean? Just watch the highlights at this point, because most of it's probably going to be spoiled for you anyway.
None of
that matters.
Even in through the 90s, if you had local broadcasts, if the game was a rain delay or something, they would show older games.
Yeah.
Maybe our parents' generation, but more our grandparents' generation, if they put on old games in your local area, this is the last time the Giants won the Super Bowl, or the Redskins or the Browns, and they go and watch that game out of a nostalgia factor. But you're not sitting there every week the classic sports network where it's I'm just going to watch old games all the time. No, it's mind.
Yeah, tentpole games, tentpole events, Mr. October, all this kind of those kinds of things, maybe. But I'm not going to watch random Wednesday game from 1986 between the Montreal Expos and insert whatever game. You know what? You're not going to do that because nothing was beneficial of that game. It was just another game in the 180 some odd games per season. You have to have big tentpole things. The
only ones I think that actually works for is wrestling and boxing. People will go back and watch old boxing matches. The wrestling fans will go back constantly and watch old wrestling matches, pay-per-views, whatever. They'll go and watch that stuff. You don't see baseball fans or hockey or anybody else going back. They're looking for the highlights of, here's Gretzky's last championship. Here's when the Rangers won in 94. They'll watch the last couple minutes of the fourth period, and that's it. They're not going to sit there all right, I'm going to kill 2.5 hours today, this Saturday afternoon, and watch an old hockey game from, remember when.
I'll sit there and watch Ray Finkel just hook it wide right because the laces were out.
The laces were
That's
out.
it. That's true. God, it was a soccer style kicker.
Mind your
Real
P's and
hell of a-
Q's, Einhorn. All right, so let's get to a lot of the stuff that we had going. Oh, wait, you know what? I'll touch one more thing on sports, and then we can move on. FIFA is going crazy in this area of the country.
Yeah.
The people of the state are fucking fed up with the FIFA organization, and New York's getting that way too. Jersey has had it. So they had, I actually went past a week or so ago. They had to cover or take down any signs on the stadium that said MetLife Stadium, because the corporate sponsor for the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who may not know, MetLife Stadium is where the New York Giants and the New York Jets play. They had to take the signs down, cover the signs down, because FIFA got their bylaws or whatever, cannot have any kind of corporate sponsorship on or in the stadium. So they got to cover up like beer companies or like Toyota or Ford or any of that shit that, the blue chip stocks that sponsor things. Budweiser, I don't know who the official beer is of NFL right now, Coors, whoever it is. Red Bull, all of those things have to get covered up because you're not allowed to have corporate sponsorship in and on the stadium for FIFA games. That's number one. Number two, they banned tailgating.
That's stupid.
And their pushback was it's the rest of the world. FIFA is supposed to be the sport of the world. The rest of the world doesn't engage in this. So just because it's in America doesn't mean we have to adapt to that. Well, it kind of does a little bit, because if, God forbid, we did something in another country. All right, here, let's do this. We do NFL games in London. And they did some NFL games down in Rio, right? Wasn't it? Down in Brazil?
Yeah, they do
right?
Brazil, France, Germany, Ireland this year. They did this past stuff, but they brought tailgating to those locations.
Okay. But say some other American custom that we're not, would be not even thought of here,
School
but might
shootings.
be big death. Well, we're not bringing, maybe we are. I don't know what they're packing in their bags. But when they get down there and do something, and then they go, well, you can't do that here. Why? This is part of the sport. Yes, but we don't allow that here in Brazil, or we don't allow that here in London, or whatever. There'd be a big fucking problem. It's like, well, it's what comes along with the sport. You have to do it. Here, we seem to be the only country that when stuff involves us, we're the ones constantly being told, no, anything American or anything we want to do is not acceptable, but what everybody else wants to do is okay. Now, is that our fault? Probably. It's probably our fault somewhere down the line where everybody's just as sick and tired of us. I get it. But tailgating for a world event in the New York City area, and you're not letting the Americans at their own home stadium do that, so much so, there's no parking there.
I was just going to bring that up. They've eliminated parking at MetLife.
Yes. So first it was the tailgating, then the parking. Now, across from that stadium is one of the malls that I go to, that I take the kid to now and then, because I think it's second to the Mall of America that's in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what? Yeah. So this thing is gigantic. It has a indoor theme park, water park, blacklight mini golf. There's an aquarium. There's a giant Lego store with a building area in there for kids. That Hasbro arcade is in there. Like, there's a ton of shit in that place. The limited parking they're going to open up at the mall is going to be at least $70 to $80 to park. Now,
yeah,
if you don't know what event parking is, I used to have this issue in Manhattan, because if you where Sirius XM was, where XM was, where CBS was, near Times Square or near Madison Square Garden, if there is an event going on in Times Square, Broadway stuff, right? Events going on at Madison Square Garden, concerts, sporting events, whatever, any parking garage around there just flips a switch, goes, oh, event parking. So what would be your normal thing, like, oh, it would be $30 for the day, is now 50, 70, 100, depending.
Mm-hmm.
The mall is going to be event parking. So if you're trying to go to that mall to park, they don't know that you're there for the sporting events or not. Everyone gets that rate. So no one's going to
Now-
go to the fucking mall if you got to spend $100 to park.
Right, which is it's very annoying because where I usually, like, if I go out to Glendale here in Arizona for concerts, there's event parking around the actual place where they're doing the event, but then there's this like strip mall type things, like an outlet mall, like right across the street, and they do the same thing where you can go there anytime, but after 6 on an event night,
Right.
it's like $40. Now they do have the option when you pay the $40, you go get. It's like getting your parking validated with, whatever place you went shopping at. But what if you're there just to browse around? You don't actually buy anything. No one's going to do that. Now you've spent $40 to do nothing.
Right.
I hate that mentality. It's ridiculous. The problem with what they're doing for you guys out there is that not only do they ban parking, they've raised the round trip fee from Penn Station to MetLife to $150 per person.
That's
up from like $12.50.
Yeah, that's where I was leading to next. Where to go from Manhattan to the MetLife Meadowlands area, it's called, is about $12.90, and that's the round trip for it, right? You have to have these certain passes now to go from Manhattan just to the drop-off point for the FIFA games. $150, and there's a limited amount of passes. They're up for purchase right now. They might be sold out. I don't know. New Jersey is pissed. The governor is pissed. The state's Senate and whatever are all pissed off because FIFA does this shit. They've always been a corrupt organization. Not that anything is not corrupt, but they're really bad. Like, there's infamous amounts of cases involving FIFA robbing other countries blind. It's essentially almost like a mafia thing. They're standing to make $11 billion off the FIFA games happening here for World Cup in the United States. They want the states that these arenas are in. They come in, they set up, you paid for the right to have FIFA there or whatever, like you do with the Olympics, but it's at your own cost. We are not contributing anything. We're not kicking money in to handle infrastructure, for security, for any of that stuff. They're not paying anything. There's nothing budgeted for that. They want, it was going to cost the state of Jersey $11 million, I think, just in the train stuff alone, because they got to add more trains, more buses. There's buses leaving every 30 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Going on for all the events. And FIFA's just like, well, you've got to figure it out. This is not our responsibility. Well, they're saying, no, you got to kick into this thing because the states aren't going to pay for this. And then the whole thing's passed. FIFA just doesn't give a fuck. And now the state of Jersey is trying to figure out what they're going to do because they're on their last attempt at negotiating something with them. What is this here? Trash Terry. New Jersey's pissed because FIFA is more corrupt than the state. Yeah, FIFA is well known for being a shit organization. So these passes are coming out. Now you're going to get people and saying it's like, well, the people who go to and from Secaucus or the Meadowlands stops to Manhattan for work or what have you, that's fine. That's not going to be interrupted. It's just the other shuttles and stuff that they have, $50 a ticket, $150 for the pass to travel to and from there. So if you're into this and if you live in Manhattan and you're going to go to these things, it's $150 to take the train, to take the buses, take whatever. So we'll see how that all is going to play out. But as of right now, the state of Jersey isn't having it. And they're pushing back on a lot of shit. Like they may even cut the buses, I think I heard being discussed, saying like, well, you can't get the fans there, then let them blame FIFA for that. If you cause a big financial hang up for the organization, you thought the shit with Iran is going to be bad? You're starting a whole nother international crisis but FIFA's garbage. We shouldn't be taking this in the first place, but alas, here it is. So that's what's going on around here. What else did we have to talk about? We had a bunch of other things. I got that. Let's talk about you for a moment here. Did you want to talk about what happened? You went to McDonald's again and had another fight?
So Wednesday night I went to a concert and I was like, well, I was running late, so I'm just going to go grab something. You know, like when we have the app and when you buy a bunch of food, I got to say, as far as apps rewarding you for eating their food, McDonald's is actually above most other places. I have a Jack in the Box app that I swear to God, I've eaten 1,000,000 times and I'm barely getting enough points to get a cheeseburger, let alone, accumulate anything. McDonald's is literally just handing me food left and right. Like it's like $1 per dollar. So I've had all these points. I was on my way out. I went and got gas and there was a McDonald's right across the street. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go get me a free quarter pounder with cheese with these points and maybe some fries. Okay. So I go over there and I learned my lesson enough not to do the mobile order, place the order and go sit in the spot. Okay. So I pull up to the drive-through as always, they've got the double drive-through. They asked for your number. I gave them my number. I said, I'll do the quarter pounder with cheese, and then the large fries. Do you want a drink? No, I don't need a drink. I'm good. Okay. Pull up, pay for my French fries, like, $4. I pull up to the second window because they have the fun little second window. The guy leans out immediately, goes, we're just waiting on your quarter pounder. Can you drive around front? I look in my rear view. There's no cars. I didn't see anybody behind me.
They want you off the timer. Yeah.
They want me off the timer. And I was like, fuck, I hate that so much. So I pull around to the front. Now they did this to other people. So all the, drive-through go wait spots are done. So I just pull into one of the, pickup line spots. So I stand there. I wait 15 minutes. I see people pull up, get their food, go away. And I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. What the hell? I go in and there was a girl coming out with a bag and I was like, is that a quarter pounder with cheese and fries? I thought it was mine. No. I'm like, fuck. I go up. The little manager chick was right there. And I was like, I need help. I went through the drive-through like 15 minutes ago. You guys told me to pull around, none of my food. Oh, hold on. And then she looks back, sees a bag that's not mine. She asks the person goes, yeah, I already gave that out. And I'm like, then you gave it to the wrong fucking car.
Oh no.
I've been sitting out there for my goddamn burger that I went through the drive-through this time to get. I had interaction with a person and they still told me to pound sand and gave my food away to somebody else. So they made my food real quick. I was so mad in a hurry that she put the bag down. She goes, I'm sorry about that. And she was so deadpan about it too. Like it just happens all the time. I'm sorry about that. Can I get you anything else? I snagged the bag. I looked her right in the face. I was like, no, you've done enough. And I fucking walked out. I was so mad. I'm like, I'm done with McDonald's, man. Like there is nothing about that company other than maybe getting my kids some food that appeals to me at any point anymore. I don't care about their collaborations. I don't care if they, find some random old thing. I don't care if they brought back the one where, you put the hot side hot and the cold side cold. And they're serving it. If they brought back the McDLT and put it in styrofoam, I probably still wouldn't go back to that goddamn place. I was just so mad. And in the second it happened, I'm like fuming. And I'm like, Eric's going to love the fact that I've screwed myself again going to the exact same company. It was a different McDonald's, but it was just the same situation. And I'm just like, they don't care anymore. They don't care. This is why they're losing the customer base. They've got shitty food. They've got terrible prices. Their CEO is a moron, and they don't even know how to handle a drive-through situation. Again, not one car behind me. I could have waited just a couple minutes, and they're so concerned about their metrics that they're willing to fuck people over and make them. Next time I go, if I go back, and I will, I know I will, I'd never learn. I will go back. And if they even look at me and say, can you pull around the front? I'm going to look at that guy in the face and say, no, give me my food. And what are they going to do? Not make it? Give me a refund? Then give me a refund. I don't fucking care. I'm not moving from this spot till either I get my money back.
They do try to make it as uncomfortable as possible to make you feel like it's your fault that they fucked up.
I'll remove my shirt and I'll just keep stripping down until they give me my goddamn food. I'll pull the reverse maneuver.
You're gonna jump up on the counter and start screaming "Pickle Rick" like that Asian guy and knocking shit over and flipping.
When the Szechuan sauce was coming out again.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe. Again, I tried to avoid the pitfalls of the app not working or this and that, and somehow they still found a way to fuck me over. Just like, you guys are just the worst. It's either you're forgetting food, you're doing you're getting the orders wrong, or you just can't figure out how to take your 30-person crew with no business and get them to serve me my food. I'm tired of it. I'm going to Burger King. Burger King is where I'm going.
Well, Burger King is leading McDonald's currently in sales and I guess overall perception of.
Apparently, they revamped the Whopper, so maybe I'll go try it to see if it tastes any different.
We get on Thursdays we get the coupons from all the supermarkets and other stuff all wrapped up, and they put in your mailbox. But we get all these other coupons too. Like Burger King still prints out regular a sheet of coupons. We have Burger King's, we get Wendy's, Pizza Hut.
I think I get Sonic and Burger King.
No, all the Sonics are in this. I don't know what happened with Sonic. All the Sonics around here are closed down and gone. Like all of them. I don't know any of the ones that are still open.
That's weird.
The one that was near the Lincoln Tunnel is a Starbucks now.
That's what a weird transition.
Yeah, there's one that was on 17, I think is a car wash. Like all of them, they demolished the one on the side of the highway by 46. And I'm going to call Brody real quick because he shares your anger about the
pull around the front bullshit.
The drive-through, yeah.
You know why? Because guess what? I shouldn't have to pull around the front. I came through here for a reason.
No, you're.
Is this the It's Eric Nagel show?
Yeah, unfortunately it is. Hi, Brody. How are you?
Hi. What's going on?
So, got to ask you a question here, or more of if you could tell us your thoughts on this. Jordan had another fight with the people at McDonald's, and I don't know why he keeps going there, but he did. But they did something to him that I know is a huge problem for you. Can you explain your frustration and your thoughts about the fact of when you're at the drive-thru and they want you to pull around the side and wait for your food?
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. If that happened to you, Jordan. Okay. So they do this a lot at can I say, we're talking brand names? Taco Bell does it all the time to me. Okay. So here's what a lot of people don't know. There's a scale, a thing that reads your car. So it knows how long you've been sitting there. And the people who work there get judged on the ticket time. So if you're sitting there a long time, they get in trouble for that. Now, if there's 17 cars behind me and I ordered a huge order and I'm blocking everybody up and you want me to pull over, I totally understand that. But if I order a Mexi Melt or a chili cheese burrito or one thing and you want me to go pull up and sit by the garbage while you eventually come out and walk the food over to me by the garbage, where all the bugs are, and you want me to roll down my window, you can go to hell. So as soon as I pull up to the window, I turn my car off and I put it in park, and I make it like I'm not moving, don't even ask me. So when I go, oh, could you please pull up? I go, no, I'm good here. And they go, okay, could you just pull up? How come? So we can take the next person. Yeah, as soon as you give me my food, I'll be more than happy to pull up. So I don't pull up. I've complained to managers. I've complained to regional managers. They've sent me gift cards promising me it'll never happen again. And sure as shit, it happens almost every time you go. Now, McDonald's even has parking spaces now that say, wait here for your order. Like, that's how professional they've gotten, where they don't want you to sit there. They tell you to move. And that's okay, because you got a spot, you're not near the garbage. But Taco Bell, I'm over by the flies waiting for my food. So, no, I don't.
Well, that is where they get the food from.
Right. That's correct. So, I tell all the people listening to my podcast, which I'll tell you later,
the Brooklyn Boys,
not to pull up, and they'll message me and say, or they'll DM me, or they'll leave us voicemails and say, oh, I was at such and such fast food place and I refuse to pull up. So I have minions now not pulling up, and anyone listening to this podcast, Eric, don't pull up.
Yeah,
don't let them win.
No,
I have no opinion on the matter.
No, you're 100% correct. I was telling Jordan,
he's right.
The same thing where it was just like, yeah, they have you on a timer and they know that the car is there and they want you. I had this thing happen where they do it the other way, where if you're, you can see it more at a McDonald's, where if you're at the counter of McDonald's, you see when the orders are coming in, that black and white, CGA monitor that's hanging from the ceiling. You'll see like different squares for the different orders, and it has a counter there telling you, from when the order was placed to when the order is paid from, it resets once it's paid, and then the countdown is to get them their food in a reasonable amount of time. What I saw, you'll see that stuff there. This happened to me. I think it was Popeyes a while ago. They had the screen off to the side where they were doing this. They marked my order complete so that the timer was off, and I was sitting there waiting while they were trying to get chicken strip. Like, they weren't done yet. So they gave me, I paid for everything. They gave me my money, the receipt and everything. I'm waiting there, and I see them go over by the other computer. Bum, bum, bum. I see the complete thing on that and the other 2 orders that were on the screen. Now, they're still there till you clear it or until you take the next one and then it moves over off the screen, because I think it only has like 6 or 8 orders at a time on the screen. But they marked it complete, and I sat there waiting almost 10 minutes for the fucking chicken strips to be done. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, you cleared. I'm like, well, this took way longer. Yeah, well, we didn't have them. We went over there. They weren't made yet. But I saw you hit the complete on the screen there. Oh, that's just something we have to do. No, it isn't something you have to do. Now, I didn't get anything free from this time around, but I made sure to keep my mind on that thing anytime I go into these places to look at that screen. All right, I'm losing all momentum here because you're complimenting yourself in the chat. I see what you're doing here. I see what you're doing here.
Well, and that's my thing is that fast food has stopped being fast.
Listen, you like engagement.
They figured some way to not do it.
I'm giving you engagement.
I know you're giving me engagement. I don't think he can hear you on the phone.
That's fine,
Jordan. Yeah, what Jordan was saying, he goes, no, it was just we come from a time when fast food was actually fast and reasonable, and now they don't give a shit about getting your stuff out on time. They don't care. They mark everything completed, go park to the front. And then in Jordan's case, he was waiting. How long were you waiting there?
At least 15 minutes.
He was waiting there at least 15 minutes. A lady came out with a bag for another car, and Jordan stuck his head out and goes, excuse me, is this, and he listed his order, and she goes, no. And he said, well, I've been waiting here forever. Where's my order? So they go.
I got out of my car.
He got out of the car and goes inside and asks about this. And the person who was putting the order together said, "Oh, I gave that out a long time ago." So he was sitting there waiting for his food that they already gave to somebody else and put him on the pay no mind list.
Yeah, well, that's because when there's 3 cars parked by the garbage, they don't necessarily know which one it is. But when you're sitting in front of the window, you're the only car there. They know which bag is yours. Plus, if they come to your car, one time I pulled up. Because they were like, can you please pull up? There's a big order. I was like, okay. One time I pulled up, I said, can I get some fire sauce? They're like, oh, I got to go back in to get it. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. So if I have any requests or if I want extra napkins, they're not able to do that when I'm over by the garbage. So I just turn the car off the minute I get there. And I'm like, nah, my car's already off. They're like, oh, would you like to pull up? No, I'm good. They don't tell you why they want you to pull up, right? They make it like it's like for you. Oh, would you like to pull up and pull into a spot? Nope, I'm good right here. That's how the drive-through works. And then people are like, oh, they're going to spit in your food. I go, all right, but at least I'm not sitting by the garbage. So
I would love to see those videos where people are fucking with the tellers at a drive-through, and it's not like the tellers did anything. It's just people being assholes, and But if you had those same kind of videos, but it's because the restaurant kept fucking up and the people in the car started fucking with them for fucking up the order, that I would enjoy seeing. Like, not the guy that orders an expensive multi-layer frappe beverage at a Starbucks and then all of a sudden flips the tray over on the girl and they drive off laughing and everything. Not that shit. But when you're sitting there and they're getting mad at you, it's like, I won't get off the timer. I'm just waiting on a double cheeseburger. How long is that going to take? And that kind of argument, and then they finally come over, then you hook the cheeseburger right back at them. That's when it's justified. You should go film that stuff for your podcast.
Yeah, no, I'm.
What was the last thing you said?
For now, I'm done.
I was saying that you should go film that shit for your podcast, Brody.
Oh, for the Brooklyn Boys podcast? Yes. If we did video, that would be a great idea, but we don't. We just do audio at the moment.
Well, video coming soon to the Brooklyn Boys podcast. Or so the speculation might be having. Yes. All right, Brody, thank you very much, man. Brooklyn Boys podcast on iHeartRadio and anywhere else you get podcasts. Go check them out.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, he shares your passion for all of that stuff.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It is. Stop going there.
I've always had that opinion where it's like, why should I have to pull around if I go through the drive-thru? It's the whole point. If I wanted to sit in front of your building, I would have done the mobile order. Like there are reasons why that exists. I shouldn't have to go sit in front. If I wanted to be there, I would have done something to be there.
Right.
If I wanted to come in, I would have come in the beginning. Because it's just
Jordan. If he would have done that, because Jordan enjoys stalking, so he just goes and sits in front of various restaurants and just stares at the clientele. Doesn't go in, doesn't patronage, nothing. Just sit there and go, oh, this is how I'm going to spend my Thursday night.
I wonder if like you can pull into one of those mobile spots, sit there, and then be like, every time you see somebody, like you just say, hey, look, I've been waiting for my food. I don't know why my double cheeseburger never came out. And see if they'll go in and give you a double cheeseburger and start.
People park in those spots either to go inside and dine.
Oh, I hate that.
Or they go inside to wait for their food, or whatever. It's like you're in those spots so that they bring it out to you. I've seen, and I'll say Target handles this pretty well. Target has a bunch of dedicated spots where if you order ahead,
huge area.
Have you done that or no?
Yeah, the drive up and pick up. Hell yeah.
Oh, you have? Okay. So, but you know what I'm talking about. It's usually the center portion of the parking lot. They have all these spots that are, relegated to you drive up, they come over, they scan your app or whatever. They go get your stuff. They bring it out to your car. It's very convenient. I saw once somebody parked in the spot. Like they had a lot of people going, all the spots filled. Somebody just parked in the spot and left. They had they pay for their own security, or the corporate park that they're in pays for security. Going in there, they were already flagging the car. They were announcing if you have this car, whatever the license plate was, in the store to come out to your car, and they were making it seem like something happened to the car so that you would come out. I go in, I go shopping, I forget about it. I come back out and I'm walking past. I'm like, oh yeah, what happened to that car? Oh, they're towing the car. You see them doing that thing where they slide it under the back wheels and they lift the car up.
Oh yeah, you can get those out quick.
Yeah. So they don't fuck around with that. Stop going to McDonald's. I have, except for the Happy Meal thing, because once in a while, you got to appease the kid, and if she wants a Happy Meal, and that's getting a Happy Meal. But other than that, there's nothing else worth going there for ever.
Nope.
I haven't even went into. I should, but I haven't. I haven't even went and go and tried the new Whopper at Burger King. People say it's good.
And that's the thing. I'll try it out.
And people hated the change. Something happened with Wendy's. I didn't fully understand what the changes were, but people weren't happy with the changes Wendy's had. Plus, they're also not happy about who Wendy's donates to politically. So now there's a protest against them.
I'm again tired of knowing people's voting proclivities, and I don't need to know what my companies are donating to. I was protesting Chick-fil-A for a while until I realized I like their food too much. So I just donate to whatever, Rainbow Coalition that I want to donate to, balance it out and go get me a chicken sandwich.
Look, Jordan, look, I'm happy you are who you are. Be proud, be strong. And look, they make a fine product. If you want to go in there and get yourself a spicy chicken sandwich, then go ahead and do it. Can't go on Sundays, but any other day of the week.
Every day, every Sunday, you crave that. It's like, nope, sorry.
I have more food stuff, actually, if you want to talk about that real quick. I have some updates here for you. 7-Eleven is closing down 645 stores. Did you see that?
Random. No.
What's the company that they bought out?
Speedway.
So Speedway's part is essentially 7-Eleven, just not fully rebranded, but all the 7-Eleven stuff is in a Speedway. If they're available in your area of the country. The Japanese-owned company revealed that the retailers will close 645 convenience stores in North America in its fiscal year between March 1st of this year and February 28th of next year. That's a lot of fucking stores to close. I thought 7-Elevens did well. They're always packed.
Which is funny because in this area, for some reason, there's not a lot of them. They're spread out. So it's few and far between to see a 7-Eleven. I do have a Speedway not far from me, but that's it. I can't even pinpoint where the nearest 7-Eleven is to me. That's how spread out. We got a lot of Circle K. We got the Quick Trips out here in this area. That's probably like a Sheetz to everybody else on the East Coast or whatever. But yeah, I that's a lot of stores. I didn't know they were Japanese owned.
Yeah, they got bought out a long time ago. Jay Santiago in the chat saying Arby's is shutting down some restaurants because they don't want to leave too much of a footprint. All the Arby's around here are gone. They left a long time ago.
Yeah,
and who doesn't enjoy going there and getting a beef and cheddar with some horsey sauce on it? Once in a while, it's fantastic.
I told you I tried those steak bites, right?
At Arby's?
Yeah, they put out those.
Oh yes, you did. You did tell me.
So bad. Like they were not good. They tasted weird. And it was when I was testing out their AI ordering system. So Arby's around me, and the White Castle that I went to a couple of weeks back, they have the AI ordering system. So you go up and then you have to order through the drive-through little box with all the menu stuff. But it's AI trying to get your order. The last order me and my son tried to do, we broke the machine to where someone piped in from the thing and had to redo the order and have us pull up. And I was like, see, if you would have done this the first time, this wouldn't have been an issue. Yeah. Those machines suck. I hate talking to the AI one.
Well, not all of the 645 locations for 7-Eleven closing down will be closing entirely. It looks like they're trying to spin off its North American convenience store business with an initial public offering. And a lot of them are going to be converted to wholesale fuel stores. Now, a lot of 7-Elevens have gas pumps.
Right.
A lot don't, but a lot of them do have their own essentially their own gas stations. They're just going to be converted fully into 7-Eleven gas stations. Maybe you know what? I didn't think about this till now. These wholesale fuel stores, maybe 7-Elevens is like, why am I saying 7-Elevens? 7-Eleven is looking to probably compete with like a Buc-ee's style.
Yeah, but Buc-ee's has so many gas pumps. They just opened up, or they're going to open up, I think, in June. Yeah. It's almost done. The first Buc-ee's in Arizona. And this place is massive. Like it is a compound among compounds. And I think they have 150 gas pumps. 7-Eleven maybe has 5.
All right.
If you're lucky. I think maybe what's happening is if they're going to do the commercial wholesale type stuff, you're thinking commercial vehicles, construction vehicles, you think maybe like the city vehicles, things like, like police departments, fire departments. I mean, the sheriff's departments still fill up. I mean, I see Frank pulling into the QT around me all the time. They got to get gas somewhere. So maybe that's what they're going to do is they're going to start getting these contracts with these local municipalities and see about that. But
Tom
they're just not huge.
Maybe even competing with Costco. Okay, that's at a smaller scale. Costco. Maybe. I think Walmart has their own gas stations too, but it's under a different name, right?
No, they've started doing it. I mean, Sam's Club has theirs, which is their Costco equivalent. But some of the standalone Walmarts have been building actual like standalone pumps. One just got put in not far from me. I don't know what their prices are. I haven't gone that far down, but yeah, they're starting to add those kinds of things as well.
So yeah, Sam's Club owned by Walmart has their own gas stuff, which competes with like Costco. But most Walmart gas stations are branded as Murphy USA or Murphy Express.
Ooh, never heard of that.
Yeah, they're a separate company that has partnered with Walmart rather than Walmart itself. Okay, so it's a licensing deal, I guess.
Maybe, yeah.
They're Walmart gas stations, but Murphy run. I don't know, but I knew a lot of the gas stations that were at a Walmart changed their name. They don't have them here, or at least that I haven't seen in any of the Walmarts in the northern Jersey. They have the gas stations. I know Costco does, and Costco when with the gas prices going up, trying to go to Costco is almost impossible because the gas station is on the other end of the parking lot from the actual retailer. But good luck trying to get into the parking lot to get to a spot because it looks like a Los Angeles freeway. 4, 5, 10 lanes of cars trying to all get into what might essentially be a 4-lane in and out of the parking lot. It's insane. And I don't know how much more they're saving on gas by wasting all their fucking time going to Costco or Sam's Club to get gasoline, but people seem to to waste their time doing it.
I saw a lot of people lined up Tuesday night. I went to Costco. Side note, real quick, since I'm having food issues with these places, I went into Costco after doing some stuff. Went into Costco, and me and the boy went to go get some food. You know, of course, you grab yourself, your $1.50 hot dog and drink, and then maybe a slice of pizza.
Food.
Yeah, it was like $8. So he's sitting down, he's eating his stuff. He doesn't usually like anything on his hot dog. So I went over, took the hot dog, went over to the little pump to get, whatever. They took away the onions for one. They didn't have the onion thing anymore. So it was just they had deli mustard, and ketchup. I was like, all right, I'll get some mustard on there. I open up the hot dog, hold it onto the little foil wrapper. I leaned over to put the stuff on. The bun broke and the hot dog went rolling right into the little catch tray with all the other crap. I was like, fuck. So I lost the hot dog because the line was too long and people were already pissy. And I was like, I'm just going to eat the cost. I don't want to deal with it. So yeah, I lost the hot dog. I was mad.
My kid, we go to Costco, wants to do the round of the samples. And then doesn't want to do the rest of the shopping, wants to go right to the concession to get a hot dog and a blue drink. She drinks that blue Powerade. All right. But she does the same thing, holding the hot dog. She's eating the hot dog. The bun's falling apart. And then she just throws. Steam. She did something this time around that, practical, but I've never seen anybody do it. She was tired of the bun and she just went, and I go, what? And she goes, this. Threw the bun onto the table, wrapped the hot dog in a napkin and biting into the hot dog like it's a Slim Jim. Nice. Just like off the side. I'm sitting there and go, okay. She doesn't like anything on it, doesn't like condiments on it, just eats the hot dog and drinks her blue drink. So I said, if this is how you're going to eat it, we're going to the car because there's no reason to sit here.
Right.
It's crowded. I barely got a tabletop where she's sitting in the basket. I'm standing next to the tabletop. So, to eat. So here I am. I clean everything up. I'm going into the line to get out of Costco with the receipt. And she's got her blue drink in the cup holder here. And then snap into a Slim Jim with the giant Costco hot dog just biting off the side there. So she's holding her blue drink and this thing here while we're walking. I was like, this is insane.
That's hilarious.
They
have a new churro sundae that was actually really good the other day.
I did not see that. It might be a regional thing. I don't know. But we have more foods to talk about. But let me tell you about what happened here. So we're leaving the Costco. She's got hot dog and blue drink in hand. I'm putting the receipt away. I'm going out past. Now, our Costco has a liquor store, but it's not in the Costco. It's in a separate thing within the Costco. Like it's its own little separate
I forget
division.
Like the East Coast is all weird about alcohol.
Yeah. So you walk out of the Costco and, it's big covered area where you come in and out, carts and what have you. But off to the side, it looks like a Storage Wars kind of thing where you go in there and it's just shelving and it's where wine and liquor is sold. It's its own separate entity on the property.
So weird.
So you go past the line of those people to go out to the parking lot. So as I'm getting past that line for the liquor store to get out, there's people, it's moving kind of slow. I'm looking at her, I get a wave right here and I go, yeah, what's up? And a clipboard gets put in front of my face. Right?
Ooh.
I'm like, what is this? And I'm reading for it. And it was something to do with the deaf and some organization for the deaf and the disabled. And I'm looking at this. I said, oh, and I thought the way I'm reading it, it looks like it was some kind of petition thing, right?
Yeah.
So whenever it comes to petitions like that, I sign the names of people I've used to work with on there, and I just make shit up, right? So, I put a former coworker's name on the thing. I don't put their phone number. I put a fake phone number on there and the zip code for the local stuff. But I put somebody else's name on there, and they ask you for a donation, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I open up my wallet. Now, in the inside of my wallet has a clip, and in that clip is a little stack of money that is her money that she got from Christmas, Easter, whatever family gave her right now. And I bring that with me because sometimes we go to certain stores. She wants to, how little kids are. They want to do their own shopping and feel like they're paying for things and what have you. Right. So I have her money separated from mine so that we don't touch it. And I have it in my hand like this. So I take it off the clip. I'm holding the wallet and her stack of money here. I open up my wallet and I have, I'm trying to get better with remembering to have cash on me because for the longest time, I never have fucking cash on me.
I never have cash.
So I had a 20 and a bunch of singles, right? So I have about 5 singles in there. I go, all right. So I'm picking the singles and I go to hand it to him and he waves me off. And goes, why
won't you sign your petition?
My Howard Stern sign here, right?
Nice.
So he waves me off and he goes like this. And he's tapping with his hair. And it's the column that people were writing their donations in next to their name, right? And it's 20s and 50s.
He's turning the iPad around so you could tip for nothing.
It's not an iPad.
No, I know, but it's the same thing. Like when you go to somewhere and now everything has a tip section. It's like, fuck off.
Right. So, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. So it's going like this. And I go, what? And he's pointing there and I'm looking at the column and I go up. It says tip amount. Now, nowhere on here does it say a suggested tip for those things. Now, there are certain organizations, legit organizations, that have that because they need a certain amount. I've seen it for Red Cross. I've seen it for cancer stuff, but they also if this is their suggested tip guide based on their programs, but if you can give whatever you can, they're fine with that too. Right.
Yeah.
He's tapping the thing and I look at it there and I went, no, I said, no, I don't have that. You have here. I'm holding my wallet. Right. And he leans over and starts to pull the wad of money that's in the palm of my hand here.
Oh my God.
Which is the kids' money. And I purposely separated. So the wad of money is here. I'm holding my wallet here. And he's going like this, trying to pull out. It's like, you have that money. And I go like this and I nudge his hand. Well, more than nudge his hand away with almost a back fist. I'm like, no. And I'm pointing the money and I'm pointing to the kid. I'm like, that's her money. He leans over to my wallet and goes like that. He sees the 20 there and he's like touching the top of the 20. And I'm like, what the fuck? And now the kid's freaking out because she thinks he's taking her money. So she's like, is that my money? I go, no. And I'm trying to hold her off for a second. Right. And he's sitting over there and I'm holding the singles out because that's all I wanted to give this fucking guy. And he's now trying to take the 20 out of my wallet. I close everything down with his fingers in there and I go like that and I shove him off. And I went, fuck you. Because if he can read my lips, that's what he's getting. And I close everything there. I put in and I push her off, right? We cross the busy thoroughfare, get down to the aisles of the parking lot. And I see her starting to, quietly get emotional. I go, what's going on? She's like, did he take my money? Because she was excited to go shopping. And I had to pull her across and go, no, he didn't take your money. It's right here. I would never let him take your money she doesn't understand what's going on. And I don't even know how to explain it to her, what this asshole was doing. And I don't give a shit that he was deaf or whatever the fuck was wrong with him. You don't lean into people and start pulling the wads or, wads of money. That sounds terrible too. But start pulling, the money out of your hand.
Like hundreds.
Right. And start pulling money out of your hand and stuff like that. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? And I'm sitting there, I'm getting really mad. And, because she's upset. Now I'm even more mad because she thinks that he took her money. And I'm like, I have your money. You're fine. We're still going. She wanted to go to like Five Below and the fun stuff. I go, nope, you're fine. It's all good. We got all that thing. Why was he doing that? I don't know why he was doing that, honey. He shouldn't have been doing. And then she started getting mad. She goes, we need to go yell at him. And I go, I don't want to yell at him. And she goes, you almost punched him. I said, yeah. And she goes, yeah, let's punch him. And
she was like, why does this keep happening to you, Dad?
So I was sitting there and I wanted to say, yeah, but I was just like, nope, we're not going to punch him. We're not doing any of this stuff. We're just going to put everything in the car. We're going to go. Okay. So she's like, oh, I'm so mad. She goes, I'm going to call mommy and tell her because she needs to know about this. I'm like, your mom doesn't need to know about this. It's fine. Nothing happened is what
your daughter's
it is.
Going to your manager.
Well, I was seriously debating later. I'm like, should I go back to Costco and say something about these people they're allowing out in front to pretty much it wasn't even soliciting for a charity thing. It was strong arming you. Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to take your money.
Yeah, I didn't. I have to go back again. Well, I didn't go shopping yesterday or today. I gotta probably go tomorrow. If he's there, I'm gonna seek him out. I'll do video. Remember the fight I got into at ShopRite where I had the video on the guy?
The black guy that cut you off, yeah.
Yeah. And he was yelling at me like I was the problem.
Yeah.
And I kept telling him to fuck off and get away from me, and he kept coming at me with all that stuff. If I see that guy, I'll put the video on him and I'll bring it here next week. If I see that guy, I will definitely go up to him and give him a hard time. Are you harassing that deaf guy? Yes, and I'm about to fucking punch him in the face too. If you want to get that on video, let's all get this everywhere and promote the show accordingly by doing all this stuff. But yeah,
Brody's saying you can't blame the guy. He couldn't hear you saying no.
No, he could. He heard me saying I don't have a 20, and then he went and started pulling money out of my wallet. He knew fucking damn well what I was saying to him because I looked at him dead in the eye when I was mouthing it to him. I said no, like when he was trying to take her money, and it was only like 40 something bucks. It wasn't that much. But, she gets a 5 here, 10s here. So it looks like it's more than it is. But that's her money to go shopping and have a good time. And the guy's trying to pull it out of my hand. And she sees that. And she's a tiny kid. She doesn't know what's going on.
Here's the thing.
That made me, I'm sorry to step on you. That made me more mad than the actual incident itself. When we were walking down the parking lot and I saw how emotional she was getting.
Right.
And how that must have been really fucked up for her while this was going on. That made me furious. I was already annoyed with that guy, but because then seeing how it affected her, it took me a while to calm down from all of that.
I've never been in a situation where like someone has physically tried to reach for my wallet to pull more money out or to touch my wallet anyway, touch whatever cash. I don't care if it was $1. I don't care if it was $20. Why are you even attempting to do what you're about to do? Because you're about to lose a finger. You're about to get, hurt. Like it's terrible. I've had those moments where you've got, and I don't know, you've got the deaf person that wanders around a parking lot that's like trying to sell roses to you and then trying to like donate. And it's like, go away. I'm sorry. I'm not going to buy
around here.
Stuff.
Normally you have that on buses and trains and stuff. You get the people trying to sell roses. You get some kids that are saying, "Oh, we're trying to raise money for school," and when you try to ask them what it's for, they can't really give you an answer, and you're like, "Fuck, you just stole candy bars from somewhere, and you're trying to pop them off for like $3 to $5 a bar." But on the other hand,
the other day,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I had some kid the other day. I was doing some yard work, and him and his buddy come riding up on his bike, and they must have been like maybe 10. He comes up and he goes, "Hey, can I do that yard work for you for $5 for the ice cream man?" And I'm just like, I mean, I respect that, but no, I'm already almost done, man. Just be on your way. But I just thought it was kind of funny. I'm like, okay, at least he had a specific goal. Like,
right.
The ice cream man's coming. I need a 5 spot.
Even at that point, I would have told, handle how you did. That's fine too. But if I was outside and somebody came up and like for the ice cream man and you hear the ice cream man, one, I either would have went, here's 5, go, have fun.
Yeah,
or
go,
2,
go grab me a Pink Panther stick.
Because the kid's on the up and up when he's saying, hey, can I do some work so I can run over to the ice cream man? I get that. Or you could just say, hey, bring these bags down to the curb. I'll give you, and then I'll give it.
Yeah.
I would have been fine. Well, how you handled it was fine too. You weren't.
I was almost already done. There was nothing.
But in
else.
that kind of scenario, I would have entertained it a bit more. How many times have I talked about coming out of stores, malls, wherever, and you have the Girl Scouts? They're all set up, and I'm like, how much can I max out on my card right now to take what they have? What am I actually going to
all your
eat?
Samoas, please, thanks.
Or if you come out of stores and you see the local schools, they're out there for like cheerleading for some kind of music event, or like they're raising money for orchestra trips and things like that. I go and I make sure I can get some cash because I'll gladly fill up that bucket. Like, here you go. Here's $20. Here's whatever's going on. I have no problem with any of that stuff. When it seems kind of shady and I don't really understand what you're doing, you're not going to get a dime from me. And I don't care if I'm viewed as an asshole or other people's like, oh, he didn't donate to those kids. Yeah, that I don't think they're legit. But you should see me when I throw $200 down for the fucking Girl Scouts and I bought out all their Thin Mint raspberry ones. They had that 1 year and they never brought it back.
God, they never brought them back. I was mad about that. It was like 2 years ago, and it pissed me off because last year was the French toast ones. Those were good.
They had
the year before was the raspberry.
That raspberry one, they had one season. That was it. And I saw the local Girl Scouts not too long ago. They were, I forgot what the restaurant they were, but I was walking past and they were there. I went over and got stuff because the kid was with me and she wanted cookies. I was like, all right, let's go pick out some cookies. And I asked him, like, you don't have those raspberry ones, right? And the mom goes, we haven't had those in years and people still asking about them. I'm like, well, maybe tell whoever you're connected with at the Girl Scouts that people keep asking about these cookies. Maybe it's a good idea to bring those back.
What I don't like is when you go to a grocery store or any kind of store now, or when you slide your card or you do that to go pay, and the first thing they ask if you would like to donate to some thing. And it's like, I shop here almost like daily at this point. I'm not donating every day. So the one point my daughter was with me. She was standing there. I did the thing and I said no to donating to the kids thing. She goes, what, you don't like the kids? I look right in the eye and go, fuck them kids. And the cashier just started laughing. It was so funny. I was like, fuck them kids. In fact, if I could take,
if I was
from
at the
them,
next
I
register
would.
checking out and I heard somebody say that, I would have been laughing too. I would have turned around like, who said
the
that?
cashier
That's
just started laughing, and I was so deadpan about it to my daughter. She goes, wow. And the cashier was just laughing. I do that to my daughter all the time. Like I said, I would, she doles it right back to me. Like I sent you earlier where she just told me to shut my bitch ass up. And I was like, fuck off, man. You're 14 years old.
Oh, what's the abbreviation for that? Yeah, you said Jordan sent me a message today and he goes, my daughter just texted me SYBAU, which stands for shut your bitch ass up. I'm really raising a lady. Yeah, and I said you should respond with ISYCF, but you didn't ask what that was.
No, I forgot to ask because we were going to be jumping on here. I was going to ask you.
But ISYCF is I spent your college fund. And then you tell her that while you're at the concert.
Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow night. Yeah, we were talking about concert stuff because it's not my weekend with her, but I'm taking her to that concert. Yeah. So she talked her mom into letting her come over tonight. So after we do the show, I'm going to go pick her up. And then she's like, I would like to go do this, this, and this too. And I was like, oh, so you want me to spend more money on you? And that's when she sent that. I was like, fuck off. Told me to shut my bitch ass up because I was complaining that I kept spending more money on her.
Then on the ride home, she asked if you could pull over and get her an Alani.
Yeah, she's going to ask for that.
Did you go buy get that multi-pack that I told you?
No, I did see it at Costco though. So probably she lives right by the Costco that I go to. So when I pick her up, we might.
This is what old dads we've become because
we just send pictures of deals.
Yeah, I was in the sound and go, oh shit, Jordan's kid likes this. I sent him a photo. I go, hey, this might be good for for the daughter, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm going this week and I'll have to get all that. Yeah, mostly, I mean, guys usually send shit about sports or politics or world events or just other guy stuff. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, hey, I think your kid wants this thing here. Oh, where did you find that? Hey, dude, I just found these pickle chips. You need to try it out. By the way, there's a pickle beer. Remember how I told you I found that pickle dip?
Yes.
Grillo's?
Well, I mean, pickle beer has been a thing from like Texas, and I tried it and I hated it.
Yeah.
But I think I forget who's doing it. Do you remember?
Yeah, hold on. How I found the Grillo's pickles. I found the Grillo's pickles did that thing with hell of a good dips.
Yeah.
By the way, it's not bad.
I never find it.
It's not bad. I thought it was going to be terrible, but it wasn't bad. They also make pickle de gallo, which is
I love
pico de gallo with the pickles and everything. And I'm going to try to make guacamole with it and see how that goes. I just saw, I think they partnered with it's Grillo's and Pabst Blue Ribbon. I think
I thought it was PBR. Yeah,
and they're doing Grillo's pickle beer. Now, would I want to get one to try it for when we do the consumer things? Yes,
100%.
Do I want to buy a multi-pack of that? Absolutely not. So, because I'm not a beer drinker ever. What am I going to do with it? I don't know anybody who are beer drinkers that would even want to entertain that. So, if I can find, even if it's a larger one. Like, imagine you find a 40 of Grillo's Pabst Blue Ribbon up in the top shelf of the 7-Eleven. But yeah, if I can find an individual can, a tall boy even, I'll buy that and I'll bring it here. But yeah, pickle stuff. I saw something in here.
I do like the pico de gallo. I did that when I was making my.
You sure don't make it like this in Ohio.
But no, it was pretty good. They make two different versions. One's more like a chunkier cut, and it's a little hotter. And I need to find that one too.
Ooh, I didn't know they had a hot one. I saw the regular one.
They do.
I'll look for both now. Kipcast, got to give you credit. You did not this week's, but the previous week's episode. I believe he named the episode with Viva La NASA.
It's one of my favorites.
You might have done it again. I had to defend myself. So I made the notes. That might be the title for this. So
or do it like the Albert Brooks movie, Defending Your Life. That way it's
or
more
in defense, and I spell deaf
in,
and fenced differently. I'll figure it out. But whatever it comes to, we got to give Kipcast the credit for this. Brody's in the chat saying, you just said the deaf guy heard you. Now I'm team deaf guy. Yes, I screamed at him so loud that the vibrato awoken any of the dead fucking crystals in his ears so that he heard me loud and clear that was the kid's money. Don't touch it.
I don't think you know how anatomy works.
But the kid was there, so...
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have wanted to hit him had he not touched the kid's money. So it's kind of a catch-22 that I was in. It's like, well, do you want to hit the deaf guy justifiably? Well, I can't without the kid, but I don't want the kid being there to witness that. Then you can't hit the deaf guy justifiably. Damn it. What do I do? Oh, I do what I did and I walked away like a civilized human being. We'll figure it all out. Internet celebrity Hellraiser 69 is in here. Hello, buddy. I've been seeing you in other stream chats all over the place. He makes the rounds. We're not that special. He's got hoes in other area codes. If I was in that line when Jordan said that, I would be rolling on the floor. That's what I said. If you imagine you're just sitting there checking out, you're looking for your card to tap on the machine, and he's like, "Do you want to donate $2 for the kids?" No, fuck those kids. I would have stopped dead cold.
Well, that's what I like about my daughter. Like I've raised her to a point where she's sarcastic back to me. So it's just how we act to each other. So like, it's not out of the ordinary for me to do stuff like that, where she sometimes will be like, I was like, here, get out of my way, go over here. She goes, what if I get kidnapped? And I was like, it would be less money for me to have to deal with. And then like, I just do stuff like that. Like, we just like that. So like, yeah, it just I didn't think about it when I said it, just came out. But yeah, I do that stuff all the time. She's a fun kid. That's why I take her all the concerts and spend all her college money.
Well, I'm telling you, got to. Like, hey, I learned a new acronym myself. Oh, really? What is it? And then you tell her that.
I'll tell her tomorrow.
Fucking pen died. I have to get a new one here. Going on through all this stuff. Zombie 443 in the chat. Hey, Rock, will you be attending WrestleMania this year? No, because it's going on currently as we're doing the show here. Do you have a family barbecue to attend? No, I don't. I mean, if they all are, but most of them are down in Florida, so can't be a part of it. Woodpit, I'm 15 minutes behind, but my mom left off. My mom went off on a deaf lady one time for the same thing. Oh, so this is a known occurrence.
So is this like when old people? Is this like when old people think they can get away with shoplifting? Like deaf people can just reach into your wallet to take your cash?
Yeah, probably.
It's like they won't do anything. I'm deaf. I have a thing.
It would have been one thing because you know how people love visuals and Foley work. When he's sitting there going,
especially in an audio medium.
Yeah, when he's going like this, pointing to the column of donations, almost as if to shame me. Well, other people gave 20s and 50s and you're giving me $5. I would have been like, you're lucky you're even you're getting that with this.
I would have given him money if he did the Principal Skinner thing where he's like this. Oh yeah, the thing, it means taxes.
So he's doing this, right? And had he looked over to my wallet and went like that, even though still rude, but had he pointed at the money in my wallet is one thing. To lean over to touch it and kind of sort of pull it to show me, hey, look, you have a 20 you can give me. No.
It's the reaching that is egregious. Like, I just can't believe that.
And the unfortunate added layer of the kid being present with that happening was definitely a big fucking problem that I'm glad didn't escalate. Hellraiser saying, are Grillo's pickles top shelf? They are to places that don't have good pickles. If you're in some of those areas that don't know how to pickle well, then yes, they're top shelf, almost like Clausen's. Clausen's are great too, but they're pedestrian. If you want,
I would say any
route.
pickle that has to be refrigerated and you're not getting it off the middle aisle where all the other pickled things are is usually going to be a little bit better quality. So that's where you're going to find your Grillos. You're going to find there's another brand that I really like, and I can't think of the name right off the top of my head, but yeah, I mean, anything in the refrigerated section are always going to be better than most. So.
Then what's on the shelf, like the Vlasics or the P&G or
right, exactly,
really bad. Mount Olive,
yeah,
that's terrible, terrible. All right, top shelf with Steve Grillo's pickles. Yes, indeed. So yeah, that was the death story that I told you. I wrote you shortly after it happened. I sent you into our agent, Hollywood agent Rob Stark. I sent you both a message. I said, I almost punched a deaf guy. Remind me to tell you the story later. And then we just never got around to it.
Well, that was the night you're like, I'll be around. I was like, okay, I'll be around on my way home. And then you just disappeared. Oh, now I probably could have texted you, but I was driving at the time. So I was wearing a towel.
I have to speak up. I was wearing a towel. All right. So that story is done. What else did we have here? Oh, this is weird. You know how sometimes you go to sleep or you're about to go to sleep and something pops into your head and you're like, oh shit, I need to write that down. Do you have those moments?
Yeah. Where you wake up, you think of a joke and you have to write it down. No, but yes, I've definitely done that. I never have anything next to my bed to write it down on. So like I just maybe put it in my notes app. But yeah, I've had those moments.
Yeah. Well,
they never make sense, but
I've had it where like you're falling asleep and you remember something and luckily you have the phone, so you have Notepad in there and you write everything down. Or there's times where you wake up in the middle of the night or first thing in the morning and you're like, oh, I need to remember this dream I had, or I need to remember something randomly that came to mind. Well, I had one of those instances happen a couple weeks ago. I woke up and a song popped into my head and I couldn't, I had an idea of the song, but I couldn't remember any of the lyrics. And then after a little bit while, a portion of the lyrics came to memory, and I went, okay. So now I'm Google searching and I'm writing it down, and I'm trying to find this song here, lyrics, chorus. I'm trying to specify as much as I can in order for it to show up. Finally, it shows up, and I'm like, "Is this it?" So I click on it, and I'm reading some article thing, and I go, is this the person? All right, now I know a person's name. Let me go and put this person's name in YouTube and see if any of the songs come up. And I go, and lo and behold, there it is. And I'm sitting there and I play the video. I've never seen this video in my life. At least I don't remember. I mean, I must have as a kid, because the song came to mind, but I have never seen this video before. I had no recollection of it, and I barely knew the song. Like I'm sitting there and I go, this is not a song that I've remembered throughout my life. This is not a song I've played ever. It's not in any of my playlists, my CD burn mixes, my old cassette tapes, nothing. So why did this song come to mind? I don't know how it came to mind. I don't know what triggered it. And I don't know why I even remembered an inkling of it.
I am stuck on Band-Aid brand. No, that's not what it was.
That's my ringtone.
Now, here's the thing. Yeah. I have footage. Of you trying to figure this song out.
Okay.
If you want to see it.
Please.
Okay. Here we go.
Go with him.
Never heard of it.
What a surprise. Thank you. Not even this, huh? What is it? Is Oprah right? Are you a big fat woman?
Okay.
So there was Eric trying to figure out what song he was trying to figure out.
As soon as I saw the thumbnail, I knew exactly what it was. But you went too far into the episode, because early on, he's going around. He would just sit there and go, him. He didn't even have the go with him. He had him at the beginning, and he was annoying everybody with that song. That is probably, I don't know if it's one of the most famous, but to me, that is one of the most memorable episodes of that entire series.
What's great about it is that after he does all this, he finally finds out what it is, buys the only like record.
It was
he
a
can
45
find,
out of a
little
jukebox.
45.
Yeah.
And then it gets destroyed. Like something happens and it breaks.
He had it on a pillow and he put it down
Yeah.
on the coffee table and somebody wasn't paying attention. I don't know if it was like Steve the neighbor or if it was Bud. Somebody came in and leaned back on the couch and put their feet up and crunched the fucking 45.
Yep. Just really
Another fun thing about that episode is when he's going, him, and then later on, you go with him. You hear the song. How he's doing the melody is not what the song is.
No, it's
The
exactly
lyrics-
not at all.
The chorus does have the line "Go with him." It's an old doo-wop song or something.
Yeah.
And it's "Go with him." But how he was painting the pictures for the entire episode was not that song. That's the brilliance of that episode. Now, this song came to mind. I don't know why I knew it. I still, to this day, I'm trying to figure out what my connection is to this song. I don't have it. And it's not even a genre of music that I would normally seek out. I wouldn't say I don't enjoy it. There might be some stuff in the genre that pops up and I'd be like, oh, okay. But you know how when they don't know what to classify something in 80s and 90s music, they just call it freestyle? Because it's like, well, it's not quite pop and it's not really a techno thing. It's some shitty club dance song. And it's like they just call freestyle and everyone loves freestyle and nobody loves freestyle. But I guess it's a freestyle song. And she's from Sweden, but she sounds like she's Latino in Brooklyn. Or Latina from Brooklyn.
What kind
it makes no fucking
genre
sense.
of music would that be?
All right, let's take a listen to the artist. What is the artist's name? The artist's name is. I had it in my notes here. Someone, Layla K. Not a name I was familiar with.
She's not familiar to me.
And the song
But see,
is.
I am notoriously bad with song titles and artists. Sometimes I'll know a song if I hear it and I've heard it and I can maybe even do the lyrics. I couldn't tell you a song title. And that's the hard part. Like when you and I or, you, me and, Rob are doing stuff and we're listening to music, stuff like that. And you're like, have you heard this before? Or do you know what this song is? And you say a title and I'm just like, I'm not pulling it. And then you play it. I was like, oh no, I know that song. So I suck with that. So I may have heard whatever you're about to play, but I've never heard of her name.
Yeah.
At least I'm not.
Hellraiser saying it. If Grok or ChatGPT existed back in 1990, that episode would have lasted 2 minutes. That's what Seinfeld says about the infamous mall parking episode, where there are a lot. He goes, if you had cell phones at that time, they could have just texted, and this whole thing would have been avoided. That you would never have those scenarios again. Anyway, so let's take a listen to this song here. It's so bizarre. All right, hang on. So first of all, she looks like she's Hispanic. She's not. She's from Sweden. Right. She's got some kind of Hispanic East Coast kind of cadence.
She sounds like a less annoying Rosie Perez. Now she's just got that Brooklyn kind of attitude sound without it being annoying. I wouldn't have I thought she was from Sweden.
Yeah. So like I had to go on and research this because I'm like, I don't know this, but I don't know this song. Who is she? Like I'm looking up. I don't think she's had any other hits. I think this was it.
Him, nothing.
Beak. Please stop asking me that. Sorry, Alexa. Yeah, but look, they're doing that weird. It's almost like a New Jack. This was around that time that New Jack Swing stuff was big. So it looks like the dancers are doing that stuff, but she's also got that 80s rap kind of structure. It's like, I'm here to ill and this and that and bend that and then I'll end the line like this.
Like that.
Yeah.
It's just cheesy white person rap music.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So listen to the way she says whores.
Hey, girl.
Did you hear how she says whores?
Did she say whores?
Yeah. She ain't down with whores. She ain't down with smack. So again, so you're seeing how much it's dating what they're doing here. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. I had things going on. Yeah, so listen to how she says this thing here.
That was horse, ain't that was smack.
Whores.
Was
like she's from the East Coast.
yeah, she's from the area.
The place to be.
The wherever I is the place to be, like that old thing. And they're using
MIC.
MC. Like MC was the old that was the big brag for hip hop back in the mid 80s and stuff. He's like Sucker MCs, Run DMC, things like that. Young MC, Bust a Move.
MC
By the way,
Hammer.
that dance emote was in Fortnite a couple of weeks ago. I almost bought it.
Was it the Bust a Move one?
It was Bust a Move. But yeah, come with me to the place to be. Here's the chorus coming up. What is this? What is Tom saying here? That's a spicy Swedish meatball. You're getting your references wrong, but I appreciate the effort, my friend. Fly Girl is a Living Color reference. This song predates. Oh, maybe it does. I think this song is like 89.
That was around when
Fly Girl was a cultural
around
thing.
89, 90. Yeah.
Like in Living Color, put them out in the forefront, but
Right.
like B-boys and Fly Girls and all that stuff was the hip hop vernacular of that time. Now I didn't know all of that. So all I remember is the dun, dun, which is the horn hook in there. And
Right.
then later it was a got to get it again and again, got to get. And I'm like, why do I know this? I still don't know why I know this song.
I'm not placing it at all. Like,
It's not. It's obviously
never
not.
heard it.
Yeah, it's not from a television show. It wasn't famously placed in a movie or an advertisement. Any of that stuff. So I have no idea. Yeah, Kip. My name is blah blah. I'm here to say it's exactly that. It's exactly that, but with that terrible dance beat.
Like, say some gangsters dissing you, Fly Girl.
Give him one of these. And that, do you know
You
that?
give him one of these.
That's when that was a Mo emote in Fortnite too, where he just took the gun and started shooting everybody.
Mm-hmm. I loved it.
Fun stuff. Tom from Alberta. So 1980s muffled of Smooth Suede. Yeah, it none of it makes sense. Like they're doing like Fame style dancing from the New York City area. It's got that New Jack Swing. It's got synthesized horns. It's got a white girl pretending she's got street cred and she's a rapping MC, but she's wearing a denim skirt and hoop earrings. Like how much street cred do you have looking like you're rapping at the mall?
You're wearing cross colors.
Whippets in. You must have heard it somewhere in the background. Even if I did,
it was at your Home Depot where you always hear random shit.
That could be. Imagine that's what
I
it
think
was.
that's where it's at.
The song was broken and they just kept playing this over and over and over again.
Layla K in your Home Depot.
But even if I did, this song goes back to the late 80s.
Right.
We're very far removed from the 80s. Why would this come to mind at all? Like if Dr. Steve would say, well, the mind is fascinating. You ever see the end of Indiana Jones? That's where your memories go. And at any particular point, you could just go and pick up a box, open it up, and you're like, oh, lo and behold, here's something from yesteryear that might be. It's like, all right, Steve, sorry I asked. Love you, buddy. Talk to you later. Bye.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
I have no idea what this is from. I'm guessing you heard it in an old 80s movie. No, I don't know how I did it. The brain fluids just bouncing to and fro. You ever see that thing on a desk where the rectangle turns left and right and you see it simulates the waves? That's your thought patterns here. I love Steve.
Never coming out.
She's rapping behind like Venetian blinds.
Right? It's like, why the separation between your background dancers and you?
Maybe they only have access to a hallway in an office or something. It's like, all right, we'll set the camera in this office. The other guys will dance in the other office, and you just keep walking back and forth in the hallway, and we'll just call it art. Strong. Again,
this is the style of music and my MC name, Thesaurus Rap.
She's got to give footnotes. Look, they ran out of lyrics. They had to let just the music play so she could get it to the chorus. It's not even like you go back and you're like, some 80s songs are terrible, but you listen, you go, yeah, but I get why people like Soft Cell's Tainted Love. It's
it's perfect.
It's catchy. There's a hook to it. You understand why people like it. Bananarama's cover of Venus. And you go, yeah, it's awful, but you get the point of where there's the hook in there that brings you in.
Didn't they also do Everything? I think there was another Bananarama song that I really liked.
They did Cruel Summer, They
Cruel
did
Summer.
Venus, and yeah, that might have been. There was another one.
I'm looking that up, but I'm also looking at her lyrics, and they're just so bad. Step back, relax, chill as I thrill. The K is back. I'm not here to ill. Well, first of all, you're back. No one heard of you.
Yeah,
you gotta be here, leave, and then come back to be back.
You know what that is? These are the lyrics that a kid writes on their 3-ring notebook during class when they're not paying attention. It's like, oh, one day I'm going to be a lyricist, or I'm going to be an aspiring rapper or something. It's like, these are my lyrics. And you go back and you read your lyrics and you go, wow, this kid has no future in the music industry. These are terrible. Like half these words don't even rhyme. She spelled these 2 words wrong. This word she couldn't finish it. It started over the red line. Like I don't even know how you start before the red line.
Down.
What you got?
Homeboys in the house. Show me what you got. Show us your dance moves.
This makes sense why this charted in Europe, because this is what they thought rap was. Like we were getting like Wu-Tang, East Coast rap, West Coast rap. We were getting I just bought Jurassic 5s.
Yeah, the New York area was the birthplace of hip hop.
Right. And she's from Sweden, and this is their version of what they think that is supposed to be. Like they did watch Sabrina the Teenage Witch and saw the top that video and said, that's exactly what they want. And this is what she did. This is terrible. How did you know this?
I don't know. I wish I had.
How did you find it to bring it here?
And it's not like, oh, you're too embarrassed to admit. You're like, no.
Oh no,
you'll gladly tell you how I have an association with this song. Other than I woke up one morning and the hook was in my head, and I went and then finally
Your alarm
yeah.
You're like, fuck's going on here?
It brought me back. I ain't telling you no lies. By the way, there's no flash going on here, but you still have to put out a warning for seizures, because look at the white, the blinds. Do the rest of this.
Yeah, that is
Big Red Tower in the chat said, bet you it would only take about a minute and a half to convince her that the earth is flat. Yeah, she seems kind of impressionable. I just don't know. I have no idea how that song came to be in my head.
So bad. Oh, and it wasn't Bananarama, it was Dramarama that did everything.
I don't know Dramarama.
Really? Yeah, I think they did one song, and the only reason I knew that song is I believe it was on the soundtrack to I think like Nightmare on Elm Street 3, if I'm correct.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think like the blonde chick was like training, and then she eventually became a cockroach. But I think that was the song she was playing. Yeah, that's weird. Fucking Nightmare on Elm Street, man. Or it's part 4, actually. That was when that happened. But weird, man.
Yeah, weird. And it all came together, and I said, all right, well, I'm bringing this to the show because I don't know what to do with this otherwise. It's like trying to explain this to anybody. It's like, I don't have this in my head. It's in my head. I don't know what to do with it. And you try to tell anybody as a normal conversation, they're like, oh, okay, never call me again. All right, fair enough.
Whatever happened to Layla K? Like, no.
Nope.
It's funny because like I'm looking this up, and it was actually an album by a group of guys called Rob and Raz, who I'm thinking maybe are the either the trumpet players or these smooth black gentlemen in suits. Nope.
Maybe they were CNC Music Factory.
They're definitely white. Nope. But yeah, she was like featured. So she was the feature artist on this particular song. So don't even know how you knew this. That's impressive and sad.
So wait, so they pulled that. This is where DJ Khaled got that shit. They have their names on there featuring whatever. Like DJ Khaled has all these hits. Really? Because I'm seeing Timbaland. I'm seeing these people. Snoop Dogg's on this one. Mm-hmm. Where's the Khaled hit? It must be missing that somewhere. No, these are all his songs. Really? Because all I see is him saying "We the best music" and holding up a key for some reason.
Right. He just shows up.
Fat douchebag. They did a thing inside his house, and he opened up. I think we did it on this show. He opened up his fridge. Remember? Oh no, that was with Giddles. He pointed out. He was talking about something. He opened up his fridge and closed it, and Giddles is laughing. He goes, "Go back to his fridge." Why? We open up. His whole fucking freezer is just ice cream bars. Like that fat fuck.
I wouldn't be mad at that, actually. I almost bought.
I understand, but you can't be this big, gelatinous mess trying to say you're a top artist when you're just a scam producer. and putting other people's stuff on your shit and saying it's yours, and then opening up your fridge and not be mocked by the fact that you've got like 16 boxes of the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup frozen bars, Klondike bars, all of that nonsense.
Yeah, the only people that can get away with that are the fat boys because they were fat.
Fat Boys had some good songs.
Fucking Human Beatbox was great. I think they did a version of Wipeout, which was catchy.
With the Beach Boys, right?
Uh-huh.
They had that movie,
Don't Be Stupid. I love the Disorderlies.
Right?
They had a
song. I think it's on their first album because the title track just goes, "The Fat Boys are back."
Yeah,
and
that's the song title.
They're going to attack that one. They had a song on there called "My Nuts." And it was talking about how he couldn't go anywhere because his nuts are so big and his nuts would cause problems in anywhere he went.
Protect yourself, my nuts.
Yeah.
That fucking song.
There was one part, there was a line in there that I remember for some reason, but it's fantastic. It's like everybody was in awe and he goes, "My nuts were just dragging all over the floor." And I'm like, what is going on in this song?
Yeah, they did Crush Groovin' with, I think, Run DMC and Curtis Blow. And that was one of my favorite, like, just old 80s, like, rap songs. Crush Groovin', body moving. And that movie was bad, but it was good, too.
And they would just, that part.
Yeah, because they were trying to breathe.
Yeah, I think they all died horrifically, which is a shame.
In a skydiving accident, which was really weird.
Do you remember the song by Eiffel 65 or 4? It was called "I'm Blue."
Yeah, that was I think the only real major hit out here, and then they did a song about PlayStation that was really stupid and awesome.
They did a song about PlayStation
on the same album. Yeah,
I don't know.
We're talking about like PlayStation and Sony,
but you know the song "I'm Blue," right?
Yeah.
So there's this lady that somehow showed up in my feed. I follow her now, but she showed up in my feed. She's musically inclined. She might be a music teacher, or she's just very good at playing multiple instruments. Usually is using either she has a piano, like a keyboard, or she has kids' toys and stuff that she uses to make music, and she's singing versions of popular songs or changing the lyrics or whatever. And she did these videos about the song "I'm Blue." And she just had people, because this I didn't know about, but I guess at the time that there was a popular line because people didn't know the lyrics to "I'm Blue" at the time. It would just go "I'm blue, da ba dee da 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 dee da," and but then when there's like people forget there's verses in that song.
Now listen up. Here's the story about a little blue. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
I know too much about that song.
But past that point, what else do you remember?
No, yeah,
right?
it's just mumbling.
So apparently, she does these videos, and I'm looking up why she says this one line. Apparently, a lot of people added this line to the song where we go, "I'm blue. If I was green, I would die." Like, and then the rest of her all just shit that. There it is. Yeah, there you go. All right.
Yep.
Apparently, this was a known thing. I had no idea this was a known thing. Well, she then puts, she goes, "Write your lyrics in the comments and I'll try to make versions of "I'm Blue." And lo and behold, this will tie into DJ Khaled at some point. But anyway, Bartholomew knows Big Merla. I like her. All right. So you know her too. All right.
Is this the same one? Okay.
This is the lady here. She reminds me of this actress. We had her on the show several times.
Bette Midler.
No, Emily Hampshire. She was on Schitt's Creek.
I love that girl. Yeah, she's awesome.
We had her on, for Schitt's Creek, but we also had her on. They did 12 Monkeys as a television show. She was on that too, and then we had her for something else too. But Emily used to do our show several times at SiriusXM. She reminds me of Emily Hampshire, but so this is the version of she took comment suggestions and did her version of On Blue. She also likes to do shit where she puts weird shit in the background. And I guess her signature thing now is that she dries her bras on her ceiling fan while she's playing music.
Sure.
So why not? Yeah,
dry mine.
Blue, if I was green, I would die. I'm in need of a guy. I'm a bee, I'm a fly. A double deep of my eye. I'm in need of a dime. If I OD'd, I would die. Now I'm a pea on a guy. I'm blue, if I was green, I would die. I'm a knee, I'm a thigh. I'm a beat off a guy. A dab of weed, now I'm high. Grab a tea, grab a tie. A slab of cheese on some rye. I'm Japanese in Dubai.
Every now and then videos just show up and she's doing random shit like this.
I may have seen her, but I don't remember watching too much. But she has come across my like Instagram, or not Instagram, but like TikTok feed.
Right.
She does look like Emily Hampshire, though.
I thought
like,
it was.
The second you said it, I see
when her
it.
stuff started showing up, I'm like, oh my God, it's Emily Hampshire. I'm like, wow, this isn't Emily Hampshire. I thought this was what she was doing now. But this
just
thing
playing these misheard lyrics.
Yeah, so this thing got so big that they wanted her to do another one. They said, do a DJ Khaled style version of it where he, you know how, as I was saying, he shows up and he goes, DJ Khaled, we the best music, as the intro to every fucking song that he ruins, right? So he goes, okay. She says, okay, here we go. Take a look.
Khaled, I'm blue, but I need time to dry. Got my weed in my fly, took some email, I'm fried. I'm unemployed, but rent is high. I'm gonna be a Jedi. Stick my D in a pie, my forehead is my high. I'm glue, what happens to horses when they die? I can't see who stole my eye when I be unzip my fly. You motherfucker, oh bye. I poop when I pee sometimes. I need 3 not to fly. Oh why, oh why?
Living in this household and you're just hearing you're hearing music and then you go, what did you, all right, I'm not even bothered. Why is the bras on the, all right, forget it. Just paying the car off. I don't care what's happening.
That's funny. What you do, another guy that's really funny to follow is this. He goes on. He goes, "This is part 4 of listening to a DJ Khaled song and ending the song when you hear him say his name." And then like it immediately goes DJ Khaled, and then the video ends. Like he does these things, or he does it with like Ludacris, Luda, or like just like Chameleonaire, or like he is so funny, and he'll do these things where it's like he'll stop the song or listening it until they say their name or whatever. It is hilarious.
Please do that.
I'll try to find him and I'll send him to you, but he is fantastic because he's so deadpan about it. He's like, this is part 4 of listening to a DJ Khaled song until he says his name. And then of course he says his name within seconds and the video ends. And I'm just like, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, please send me that. Or if you're watching it, I'm sure it'll show up in my feed at some point.
Yeah. We pretty much.
I've been enjoying this bit, and you know what? I will never say it to him face to face because why give him that satisfaction? But over time, I've understood a little bit of Chad Duke's outbursts when he was talking about people sending him stuff that he already knew about. And I used to always say, it's like, just be grateful that anyone's listening and watching your shows and offering to. Now I understand because I find stuff. I'm like, okay, this is cool. I got this from here. And then either we just played it the week before and everyone starts sending it to me, or it's right as we're about to play it and everyone starts sending it to me. And I go, you only have that because I found that. It's not like it's like, oh, because it's a popular thing. You go and look, some of the shit that I purposely seek out, they have maybe a few thousand followers. So they're not getting much what is it, FYP, the FYP page?
For you,
they're not getting much run, but the fact that we knew for a fact, and we tested it, there was a certain genre of weird shit that I was looking at, and then it started showing up in Rob and yours feed.
It's true.
One was the slingshot girls either passing out or their skirts flying off.
Thank you for that.
What was the other one that Rob was
getting hurt? And then it was the chick that was dancing on the car. And she would like dance in like Home Depot and she was all gross. I can't remember her name.
The short Hispanic girl, right?
Yeah, something like that. She's like real thin. Yeah, she would
Jamila.
get on top of like a Lamborghini and just was like dancing.
She
and
went
doing
by the
like
name.
dumb faces.
She went by the name Jelly Bean something, but
Something like
Jamila's is her name. But yeah, she would dance on top of expensive cars and be denting the hood and everything while she's going. Now,
Yeah, or
short-
she was at like Home Depot and like an old white guy hauling lumber would walk by going, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Yeah.
She's just dancing. I'm like, I just want to punch her in her face.
Well,
But yes, but yeah, I'll find that video real quick. Gittles Army, that's supposed to say forever. I love you. Gittles right now is actually probably at the Carpenter Brute show in Brooklyn. So he's seeing them a whole week before I get to see them. So we're going to be like tittering teenage girls and talk about how awesome the show was when I go see them here in Phoenix.
Beef Drippins has a show that you could never find because he didn't properly name the channel, but I think they fixed that. So if you look up the Beef Drippins show, go support him. I popped onto his show not too long ago.
You.
Yeah. Let's see what you did there. He says that chick rules. You're a big Merla fan. Go follow her, by the way. Find Big Merla on there. She does all this weird shit with like kids' instruments and toys and all that.
That's always fun.
Very creative stuff. So what else do we have here? Do you have
It's
other
stuck
stuff?
in my head now.
I have other clips and things, but do you have anything that you need? Because this is the catch-up show. Catch-up.
Nothing too crazy. Like I said, we did the show Thursday. We, had all that stuff. And between Thursday and now, I bought tickets to another show. I'm going to go see Electric Callboy tomorrow night with my daughter, and we're going to dress up in neon. I'm going to have a fanny pack on. We're going to be all grossed out. I'm excited. I'm a big fan of those gentlemen. They're metalcore / electro / fun. And it'll be another show that Eric will chastise me for, and I'm excited to talk about. So tune in next week when I recap my fun adventures at Electric Callboy tomorrow night in Phoenix. It's going to be fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, nothing too crazy.
All right.
Yeah. We're just catching up from the last week. I mean, McDonald's, I went to record store. Today's record store day.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm one of those weirdos that like to collect vinyl. And I say weirdos like it's a niche thing. And now it's $1 billion industry again. Somehow vinyl has made its way back and is making fucking money. And so today is their yearly record store day. Go out there. I mean, it's already late for most people, but support your local, records, indie record stores and things like that. So I got up early. I got up like 5 a.m, went over to one of my local. It took me 45 minutes to get there, but I got to my local record store and got in line at like 6:30 in the morning. And this line was already wrapped around a building. Like there were tons of people at this place. I waited in line. I was surrounded by a weird, and I started making notes. I did the Eric thing. I took out my notes app and I was starting to make notes.
Smart.
Of just what was going on around me, because like I would put my headphones in, my earbuds, but I wouldn't play music. So it'd be like people would be talking and I can just kind of listen at what's going on. It was a weird mix of older people and then parents with their kids. Like the lady in front of me didn't think she'd be spending her Saturday waiting in line for record store day with her teenage kid. And then I had these 2 girls behind me that had the vocal fry kind of voices, and they kept talking about how they got boba the night before and they're so hungry, but they want to wait in line. They want to go get the new Wicked soundtrack, because record store day basically comes down to they put out limited edition vinyl records. They print a certain amount of any particular thing. They do re-releases, like The Cure had a live album that they never really pressed in a long time, so they re-released it. I bought Jurassic 5. It was the 25th anniversary of one of their albums. No, damn it, that's right. It had no dinosaurs, just a lot of black guys rapping. It was weird. And then like things like they released a 7-inch of Elizabeth Taylor, one of the Taylor Swift songs. So that was like the hot draw for a lot of people.
How many copies of those did you buy?
I bought none, thankfully, because my daughter doesn't care one bit about Taylor Swift. But
right.
yeah,
Please
it was
tell
a
me
weird
what
mix.
you got, because then I need to tell you something. So go ahead.
Oh, okay. So so I was surrounded by that. One girl, they were behind me talking about movies and stuff like that. And this is how like I know that I'm not in touch with anything. They were so young. One girl goes, I love the movie Pixels. And they kept talking about Pixels. I'm like, the Adam Sandler movie that was like really bad. And I'm just like trying not to like turn around and just yell at them for watching terrible movies. And then she goes, I also like the original Grinch, you know, the one with Jim Carrey. I'm like, oh, I feel so old because the original Grinch is not that one. It's the one from the fucking 60s, you psychopaths. Behind them, which a bunch of bro dog high school boys talking about the UFC, Joe Rogan, and golf. And this is like at 6 and 7 in the morning. And I'm like, what is going on here? He said a line. He goes, yeah, this line is full of unks and college kids. And I'm like, oh my God, I just want to get out of here. Like, I felt like I was one of the oldest.
The unk shit is overused.
The unk shit is really annoying. So yeah, I waited a couple hours, finally got in, got what I wanted. There was one thing I was looking for, but they only pressed like 2,000 for the entire country. So like everyone was getting maybe 1 or 2 copies if they're lucky. So I found out, I was talking to the owner of the record store, that people were lined up yesterday to do this, like at 11 a.m. yesterday to be here. And I'm like, that was Friday. What do you guys do for a living that you can go sit at a mall at 11 a.m. and just sit in front of the mall store, wait overnight to get your one rare vinyl? I used to like waiting in line for big things and you know, like the Xbox,
yeah, you do,
and things like that. But like waiting a whole day to get this kind of stuff, it was kind of, I don't know, kind of made me annoyed. But
did you get everything you wanted?
I got one thing that I wanted. The other thing I didn't get, and I got you're gonna hate me for this one, Fall Out Boy.
Yeah,
I know. Live from Madison Square Garden. They only printed a certain amount of these. It's a triple album. So I grabbed that for myself. But yeah, they did all kinds of. One thing I thought would be really funny to do. So the way they had it set up is that you were in line and they were only letting certain people in at a time because that, you know, it's a record store. So they got all their stock, but the record store day exclusives, they all have in these record, you know, bins, and they basically did them in alphabetical order. And then you go in a line and then you go around, you kind of flipping through, and doing all that. So I'm in there, and like I said, I spent hours listening to these 2 girls talk about what they wanted. You know, one of them was really into Wicked. She was really hoping that she can get that Wicked soundtrack that they put out. It was a special edition, whatever. So I'm going through, and then they finally get let in behind me, and we're all kind of moving along. But because I'm ahead of them, I see everything beforehand. So I get to the W's in the soundtrack area. There's 1 copy left of Wicked.
Tell me you went to buy it.
And the devil on my shoulder was like, buy that fucking shit and make sure they see you do it. And I didn't listen. I decided to be a nice guy. And I was like, is this the one you were looking for? It's the last one. And she flipped out. She was so happy.
Oh, she was good. No, you dirty old man. Get away from, like, she screams and draws attention at you.
She sprays me with pepper spray.
You handled you did the right thing, but you handled it. I did the right thing.
What I would have loved to have done, the alternate version of that is also, is this the one you're looking for? It's the last one. Oh my God, yes. And then turn around with it and go buy it. And that would have been even funnier. But I did the right thing. I was nice about it.
The way you should have handled that is, overhearing that thing, you pick it up and you go, you kind of do the Napoleon Dynamite. You go, the last Wicked. Yes. And like you make it loud enough so that she hears it, and you don't acknowledge her just to see if she motherfucks you behind you, or if she starts getting upset. Then you turn and do the right thing, and you go, I'm only kidding. I heard you want, and it's the last one. Here you go. And then it's fun. But if she starts going, that fucking asshole got it, whatever, then you purposely buy it so she doesn't get it.
No, I did the right thing.
Then you go out and you show her in the parking lot. You go, this was the one you want, and you purposely break it on the ground.
Smash it. Yeah, just break it.
And you just go, I got that kind of money. And then you get in your car and you speed off.
And then I don't have gas money to get home because I spent it on that last Wicked album.
That's also a good idea. Oh, I can't get the thing though. There you go. You could have bought it and then tried to resell it for double.
I was all thinking the same thing. Just see her in the parking lot. I was like, look.
Remember how we tell the stories of us on the line at Funko after doing interviews?
Funko, yeah.
Yeah, and then the guy's trying to buy like the chrome colored Batman off of Giddles, and he's like, "I'm not even off the floor. You can't."
Yeah, you're not even out of line yet. Like, meet me behind the booth. What are you doing?
That whole bought it.
Yeah. It was fine. Like I wasn't doing anything. I didn't have the kids with me. And like I said, I'm picking up my daughter after the show. So like, what was I doing?
Right. Can I tell you? Can I tell you what I did?
Please.
Because you said, it was record store day.
Record store day. Yeah.
So after the kids' baseball game, I went over. I picked up these.
That's awesome, though. Good for you. Yeah, I saw that Weezer one. I almost picked it up since I'm going to the Weezer concert, but I already spent enough money.
Well,
Talking Heads is a good one.
The joke's on you because I didn't. That was Justin Stangel's photo on his Instagram.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, he went. He was all excited. He was camped out online like you were.
Did he camp? Yeah.
For that, so yeah, I have no interest in vinyl whatsoever.
Yeah,
I'll frame it.
I wanted.
Actually, I think I have 2 or 3 different pieces of vinyl that are framed. One,
that's cool.
Stone Temple Pilots back in the day. Their album Purple was actually pressed on a limited amount of purple vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
So I have that where you got the artwork here and then the vinyl's here and it's framed like that. So that's one of the things I have. But usually I don't give a shit about the vinyl and care about all that stuff.
Yeah, I almost bought the K-pop Demon Hunter soundtrack. They had 2 different versions of it. One with like a white cover with the girls on it. That looked really neat. And then the other one had the Soulja Boys on it. It was like in this pink and purple and all that stuff. That would be one of those things where like I may not listen to it, but it would be cool to have like it on the wall or something. But like I said, I'd already spent enough on this Fall Out Boy.
That wasn't for Record Day, right?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, it was shit.
Yeah.
Now you just.
But see, there was a lot of it, so there's a good chance anything that wasn't purchased today will probably be out for sale tomorrow.
So. Now I'm going on eBay because you just gave me the idea for the kid.
Yeah, sorry. Had I known, I'm sorry. I would have brought it. I would have grabbed it for you guys.
Now I'm going to be out there K-pop vinyl hunting for this thing.
If we didn't have any already good show titles, that'd be a fun one.
Was it white cover?
There's a white one, and then I think that they said there was like a pink or purplish one that the Soulja Boys were on.
Yeah,
there was 2 different versions.
I see them here. They're going for at least $75 each.
Yeah, but I guarantee you, some of these places probably didn't sell out completely. Like they were still a good amount of them when I went through. And
I will now have to actually trek over there and see if I can.
I'll see what I can. If I see it in my area, because I got it. Like I said, I got to go pick up the kid. If we have the time, maybe we'll swing.
Don't worry about picking that up. Let me see if I can find it here. I'll get it. If not, there's plenty of other things I can get her. Like her birthday's coming up, so there's plenty of.
Well, I mean, the resellers are just a bunch of assholes. These are the people that were waiting out there because there's the one thing I was looking for that I know that there was no chance I was going to get it, but take the chance. Why not?
I forgot, Chris.
And it was
knew about this. It's an Eric Owens pressed vinyl of Paris Hilton's album hanging with lights pointing at it. Yeah, it is. It says Stars Are Blind right over there. That's the one.
I hated that stupid album. There was the band Sleep Token put out a 7-inch of their song Caramel and an Emergence is on the other side, but it's a clear vinyl with like a liquid that looks like caramel in the vinyl. That one was limited to only 2,000. And people were already putting it up on eBay before most stores even opened that they were able to get it. So people were already trying to resell it for like, $200, $300. I'm like, you guys are fucking assholes, man.
That's what they do.
So, I know.
Yeah, it sucks.
But yeah, I only grabbed the one, which was good enough for me. It was fun. A couple of years ago for Record Store Day, my brother went and did it and got they have these little like suitcase turntables. They're made by a brand called Crosley or some of the other ones that do other ones. It had the Star Wars, old Star Wars poster on the cover of it. So like it was wrapped in like Star Wars stuff. He ended up giving it to me. I've got it back there somewhere. But yeah, like they do some pretty cool exclusives for Record Store Day. I mean, like again, it has become a $1 billion industry again, which is really wild considering. But I like it. A lot of it's art pieces that I'll keep up on my wall. I've got a few on my wall, and I've got some like limited edition Japanese Star Wars soundtracks. So like all the wording is in Japanese, and it's pretty cool. So
does it sound like that?
Oh, Darth Vader.
I'm like that. That's it's terrible. One, to do that impression, but two, the people that actually put it together and paid for the printing on vinyl.
I do it. I usually do it like Peter Sellers would do it. Oh,
and then fall down the stairs. That'd be hilarious.
So yeah, that's all like I said, that's all I had today, and then we're hanging out here today. So not too bad. Not a bad way to spend a Saturday. The weather was nice. It wasn't hot out yet, so not bad. I haven't been up like that early in a long time.
Yeah, I was outside today. Pollen's out of control, and I had my kids' first baseball game today.
Nice.
And just sitting out there. It's like,
big league chew in her mouth, so she looks like she's like chewing.
So much crotch grabbing, and you know, for girls, it makes no sense at all. None whatsoever.
It's even weirder. It wasn't hers that she was grabbing.
I know, they're all just around. And it was almost like they were doing the old human centipede. No, not human centipede. You know how like elephants would go trunk to tail?
Right.
That's how they would go out there after the say hello. No, let's go. They go out there and they're all. It's like, oh, these kids. Who's teaching them this? Oh, they learned it from watching us. It's usually how it happens. All right. Two more things, and then we're going to get out of here. One, WrestleMania, like we said, is going on, and I wanted to play this earlier, but I forgot, and I just remembered now. So this is a clip from NXT, which is their own minor league, right?
Yeah, it's like their farm system.
Right. So this is a clip from here. Now, what's happening in the whole spectacle of this stuff, the wrestlers, the situation, whatever, doesn't matter. What does matter is Booker T is one of the announcers for NXT. If you're not familiar with Booker T, five-time WCW champion, Hall of Fame legend, you know, WWE, WCW, all of that stuff. Known for being very boisterous, very loud, very personable. He steals old black comedians' lines like shucky ducky quack quack and hamburger. But this time he says one thing, or they claim he said one thing, but the audience and the TV audience, the internet audience, swears they heard something else. I'm going to play this for you. Tell me what you think he said, please. Okay.
Okay.
Champion has returned home.
I gotta pop my dick, man.
I gotta pop my dick.
Yeah. So
That's what
Tiffany
he said.
Stratton, blonde Barbie looking.
Is she related to Trish Stratton?
No, that's Trish
No
Stratton.
relation. Okay.
Yes.
I was thinking
Same kind of alliteration, but
Yeah,
Tiffany Stratton, WWE female champion, not women's. There's two women's champions. They do that thing where it's like one's the WWE title, one's the World Heavyweight title.
Right.
They do it for the women's thing too, and I can't remember what it is. But anyway, champion. She comes out. You heard Triple H. Sorry, you heard Booker T here. Let's do it again.
Home. I gotta pop my dick, man.
What do you think he said?
I gotta pop my dick, man.
Right.
That's what it sounds like.
They had to issue a statement that he said, I had to pop my neck, man.
Okay, so now that I know what he said, to it again. Okay. It's like when you know the lyrics, it might sound different now.
I gotta pop my dick, man.
No, there's no N sound at the beginning of that word. That's dick.
Okay, hold on.
I gotta pop my dick, man.
Yeah. If he's saying
doesn't
that,
sound like pop my neck at all. Even now, knowing it.
Yeah, it sounds like he said, I got to pop my dick, man. And he wouldn't be wrong in the context of this because the two champions are out there and they're both quite fetching. So, yeah, I mean.
You say, who's that gothy looking chick right next to her?
Stephanie Vasquez. She's from the AAA Mexican League, which is the Luchador League in Mexico, the big promotion in Mexico.
Right.
WWE bought them, and they send a lot of their wrestlers to their events. And she moved over from AAA into WWE proper. She's a champion as well. Big worldwide superstar, even before getting into the WWE for the Luchador Wrestling. Both attractive. And then Booker says,
I gotta pop my dick, man.
Yeah. but they had to issue something. It's like, no, he said I had to pop my neck. Everyone swears that's not what he said. It does not sound like that. Whippet saying it could be a nasal neck. Tom from Alberta said, I heard neck. No, you didn't.
Yeah, see,
you heard it like everyone else.
He said it.
Yeah.
He popped my dick.
Subdivisions, Chris saying, this is the guy who called Hulk Hogan the N-word, if I remember. Yes, he did. He said, we're coming for you, N-word. And then all of a sudden he went like this because they were live on television. He turned around and went like this behind Mean Gene because he's like, I fucked up so bad.
Mean Gene just didn't even know how to talk his way out of that one.
So he called Hogan the N-word, and he told Tiffany Stratton that he had to pop his dick. So,
all right.
If you want to go down to like who had notable promos and stuff, one-liners throughout the WWE, Booker T is right up there for that. Okay. So that being said, I'm going to leave you with one other thing before we get out of here. And this happened today, shortly before we were on the show.
Okay.
Virginia Tech College here in the United States had a big football game today. I forgot who they were playing against today. Doesn't matter. During the game, somebody jumped out of a plane and had a parachute to land in the stadium while the game was happening. Now,
those are always dangerous.
Before I show you this, care to take a guess as to what you think the outcome was? And I'll give you a little hint. He did not land on the field.
My first thought is that he gets caught somewhere onto the goalposts. Like he just gets stuck and like gets caught. And he's like dangling there. Like, you know, when we go into like the woods and that they're hanging from the trees and they're in a parachute. That would be my thought. Otherwise, he's landing in like the band section.
I was hoping
like just overshoots completely.
I was hoping it was going to be the Santa scenario from Married with Children, where the parachute didn't open and Santa went crashing down into the tree behind the house while they were watching it live on the news.
Just to see him, God, who put that wood chipper on the field?
I was hoping to see if he would fall right into the stands, like on top of a crowd or whatever.
Right, that's what I was thinking too.
Well, you're close. I'll say you have the closer guess. I had the better scenario, but you had the closer guess to what the actual scenario was. Let's take a look here. Now, what we're seeing here is he's slowly descending on what you think is going to be the field.
Right.
And he's got
windy.
He's got a white parachute and he's carrying a giant American flag.
Right.
And right now he's above their big
the Jumbotron, basically.
Jumbotron that's out there, the big LED screen on this end of the field. Right?
Oh, he's going straight now. Holy shit, he's going fast. Oh.
He crashed into
the
and
now he's hanging off of it?
Yes.
Holy shit.
So not only did he crash into the thing, his parachute is now stuck on the CH of Tech on top of the Jumbotron, and he's hanging over the screen.
Oh my God.
The American flag is dragging him down, so he cuts the flag off.
Yeah, that's probably really heavy.
Too. Watch what happens to the flag. All right, he's trying to cut the flag off here. Appropriately, the song in the back saying "This is how legends are made." Great timing. Right. Let's see. He's still hanging from there. The parachute has no give. Look, he cut the flag loose. The flag has its own parachute as well.
It's like one of those little army men that you would buy from the ice cream man, and you throw it.
It's a Bugs Bunny cartoon, like where he hands the parachute pack to somebody who jumps off the plane, and they just have
an anvil the whole time.
An anvil, a tiny little parachute, an umbrella, something like that. It's cartoon comical, right?
Well, it's because he didn't go left at Albuquerque.
Yes.
I think so.
He should have stopped for directions at Pismo Beach.
It's a Cucamonga.
I think that's the second time we've made that reference in a few weeks.
I think it was same time in 4 days.
He cuts the flag. He's just hanging there. Nobody knows what to do. He can't get down. He's stuck there, right?
Oh
now,
God.
Where are the notes that I have here? All right. So somebody has this video and he posts it online. And he's like, you're not going to believe what happened here. Post this. This thing's going everywhere. Does an update and it says, update. The ladder trucks show up, but they weren't tall enough. So he's dangling there. All right. And I have video of that too. Let's take a look at this. They've got the ladder. They're trying to, it's not tall enough to grab him.
Oh my God.
Now, the way the ladder looks is like, are they at the top? They had to clear out the stands there.
Right.
Right. But you're like, is the ladder at the stands? No, the fire truck or the rescue, whatever it is below the stands. So that ladder's coming up behind the stands, and it's not tall enough. Right. It's not tall enough to get him.
Couldn't they move it back a little bit and just kind of have him drop that like 3 feet into somebody's arms or something?
We're not professionals, Jordan. We don't know.
I'm sure that's dangerous. Yeah.
Now, I'm watching this video. I go, second chance for it to snap, and he goes flying down, and hear the whole crowd a gasp. Like that, because that's what I'm waiting. You know?
I mean, at least they could put something on the TV to keep us busy.
One of the emergency rescue people is kind of leaning up, like tippy-toeing, trying to, like, can we get him?
He's got, like, a hook. He's just trying to pull him down.
Right. No dice. So, you know, going through here, they can't get to him, right? He's trying, the guy in the parachute's trying to angle his foot over.
Right.
No luck's happening, right? So, there's an update. Second ladder truck has shown up. They're combining forces. They may have been rescued. I have that video as well.
Ooh.
They had to cut the parachute off the guy.
Yeah.
In order to try to rescue him.
This is possibly the worst first day of this guy's life. That's so crazy. Could you imagine the person filming this pans over? They've been playing the football game this whole time.
All right.
Like he's not going anywhere. We might as well start on time.
So they get him down. Or they sort of. People are applauding. He's still not being pulled down off the fucking yellow screen. They had to turn the jumbo screen off because it was too distracting to the emergency workers up close to try to focus on rescuing this guy hanging off the screen here. So yeah, they killed the giant jumbotron. The game is at a standstill. Players are just
probably hasn't started.
Walking around doing nothing. Okay, so this happens. Now it's going to take a while before they can continue on with the festivities, right? They had to start putting text updates on the screen about what was going on with the scenario here. So here's one of them. We are waiting for EMTs to get off the board. Thank you for your patience. And then it would, like, every now and then a line would move up and people are cheering like, oh, there's more to there. He's going to be okay.
Please do not fire your guns at the aliens. You may inadvertently start an interstellar war.
Right.
Fucking college kids.
Yeah, Connor said Kiss Cam was too distracting. Imagine they went to that.
It was the firefighter and the guy. Do it. Kiss him.
Imagine. Do it. So they can't put all the flashy, graphic stuff or sports highlights on there while they're doing the rescue. So they go to Kiss Cam while everyone's looking at the Kiss Cam. Everyone's turning and they're doing, like the heart shape emoji or that. What's the other thing when it's
the Coldplay thing that got those two people in trouble.
That's what I was getting at. The thing where they do the Kiss Cam or they do the thing where it's the celebrity. And then it cuts to a person in the audience that might look like the celebrity. And then it leads to another Coldplay thing where they go to a couple and then you find out it's like
it's the parachuter's wife at the game with somebody.
I was thinking, what if it's the CEO of McDonald's? Like he's there and like, oh my God, this guy cannot get out of his own way.
Trying to get a fucking bite on that hamburger.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Well, lo and behold, looks like
I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah.
It's always fun to watch these things when I know they've survived. I'll still watch them. I'll just feel less jovial about it.
Well, you'll feel jovial. Start jovying. We need to get out of here. We have to go and do the plugs, Jordan. And as we do that, our nation's eyes, well, they turn to you.
X, Instagram, PlayStation, or Xbox. You can find me at Jinx Ronan, Twitch at Jinx Ronan79. If you've got yourself a Amazon subscription, you're paying for it. You might as well use your Twitch Prime subscription for our channel. It's Eric Nagel. Helps us out. Costs you nothing extra. I mean, we know you're not paying for the 4K. Put your money in our pockets. Help us out. We'd appreciate it.
All right. And for me and for the show, it's Eric Nagel across the board at all the social media platforms. If you're on the iHeartRadio app, do us a kindness, put us in the #1 spot on the presets. If you're on Apple, Spotify, any of those platforms, go over there and do us a kindness, you lazy bastards. Go over there and leave us a positive review. And that does help out the program. You can watch us live each and every week as we do this show on our live rooms, on Twitch, and on YouTube. If you're on the YouTube side, by the way, get yourself a membership. You get access to the archives for Would You Kindly, bonus material. The Todd stuff is up there now for everybody to enjoy. So go there. That definitely does help us out. And if you can't do any of that stuff and you just want to watch it whenever you can, the YouTube channel is never going away. God willing, it's there for you in your time of need. I think that's it, right? We'll be back. Yeah, we'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat station. And unfortunately, we'll be there. Oh, you're going to Watusi us out?
I want to do the Batusi.
Please do the Batusi. Why doesn't Batman dance anymore? Remember the Batusi? Pure West.
Pure West.
All right. Till the next time, everybody.
Be excellent to each other.
We'll be seeing you.
It's Eric Nagel.
Hey, while we're talking about penis, do we got any other ideas for names for that? I'm not sure I love penis. Prick, schlong, Johnson, pecker, okay? Rod, dong, member. That should be enough. Ding-a-ling, disco stick, Willy, Woody, baloney pony. Baloney pony? Unit, PP, shaft, trouser snake, wang, wiener. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good for penis. You guys really got carried away with penis there. We're done.
Alas, we're out of time.
Follow It's Eric Nagel on social media platforms. For ways to watch and listen to the show, or join us for the live shows, head over to itsericnagel.com. Yo, and remember to tell 2 friends, so they can tell 2 friends, and they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends. You get the idea.
Keep it real, homies.